السلام عليكم يا شباب. ناس لايف رياكشن نايت اوف تشامبيونز. ليتس جو. السلام عليكم يا شباب. خلينا نشير بس البتاع على الانستغرام اللينك. جدا جدا متحمس يا شباب، جدا ما بتصوروا كيف. أبرز سماك داون امبارح رفع توقعاتي وامالي درجات غير طبيعيه والله. اللينك شيرنا اللينك. اوكي يا الله، بسم الله. نحن ننتظر الان بدايه البتاع، الحاجات الحلوه. بقدر اعمل شيك سكرين من هون. ليفت ويندو. خلينا نعمل تاب، نفتح مقطع سريع هيك قبل العرض. صدام حسين يوتيوب. منورين يا حبايبي، منورين. حياكم الله وإياكم. جعل الجنة مثوانا ومثواكم إن شاء المولى عز وجل. Tell me why, tell me why. اوكي افتح. انا شفت مقطع هسه ما قناة دبليو، بدي احضره كامل معكم. برون بريكر بيحكي عن سبير على سبيد، وما عمل سبير على سبيد بالضبط. اوكي شير. اوكي ايوه المقطع، بس مش عارف كيف حيظهر عندكم.
ليبتون ايس تي، طعم الشاي والخوخ اللذيذ، زيرو سكر، اكثر ايس تي محبوب في السعوديه.
والله
فيكس فيبو دروبس يخفف من التهاب الحلق والسعال ويعطي إحساساً بالتنفس العميق الصافي.
I'm sure you've probably talked about this at nauseum, but I got to get it. I got to get it out right away. How much money, dude? You decleated him.
Well, I mean, it was one of those, Hunter's touched on this a few times too, in interviews that he's done since then, where, we presented him with what was going on,
right?
Going in and we're like, listen, he's going to bring it no matter, and he was okay. He was cool with it.
No matter how many followers
I
you have.
I don't think his bring it. And but go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off, man, but
yeah, he was on board going in. We talked about, he was schooled up with the producers and everybody was making sure that he was good to go. It was just one little funny part to that day. So we're, during the day, everybody's all over the place, and right, and he's got his producers with, sort of like his entrance when he comes in, just kind of the outline of his role, and they're going, okay, when you do, you want to do this backflip thing and then do the sui
right
to the, I think it's the sui. Is that right?
You're asking the wrong person.
Anyway, celebration. And he's like, yeah, you can do whatever, whatever you need to get in. And then just make sure you turn, this way. And then I'll be coming from this rope. And there's people watching, you know, everyone's kind of, and I'm just like, there's just, in my head, I'm like, seeing him do the turn after the backflip a couple of times, and they're trying to tell him to do it at a certain, you know,
cadence,
Right.
pace.
Yeah. To help him out.
He's like, yeah, I got it's easy. I can just turn. And I'm like, please, dude, just
Be ready.
I'm just turn, because I'm gonna be, you know, you don't have to. If they're telling you to do this around the world turn to get back to me, I was like, if it's too much.
Yeah.
And
that turn is going to be an afterthought.
He went around the world and I hit him from the side because I just was.
I can't tell you how many times we rewound that and just watched it.
We
were
first
dying. I felt
it.
bad. I was belly laughing so hard. I was like, oh.
I think we were watching it first on TV.
We did, yes.
And everybody jumped up. Like, I don't jump up, bro. I'm just saying.
He did.
Jump.
He jumped up. I jumped
don't
up.
get
Our
up.
daughter jumped up.
And everybody is like, me and my daughter, everybody is high-fiving each other. It was like,
Well, they should
dude,
have.
you bent him in half so bad.
Oh,
Like,
look at
I've hit somebody.
yeah, but I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, he's a little light in the ass to be getting hit by somebody that hits like you do, man. I honestly, right then on the gear, I said they should take the spear away from everybody else. That should be.
yeah.
I mean, I know there's probably some people that probably have a little take exception to that, but I was like, man, that should be his solely.
How did it even? My neck. Yeah. It was great.
I've hit people, especially in NXT. I
Pretty
mean,
hard.
I remember one time where I was working with Von Wagner, and he was doing the table spot stuff when it was really, you know, working down there. And Sean is like, yeah, we'll send you from, you know, where the trucks come in over there on the side of the PC, and there's an open big lane. I was like, well, can I go outside and get a little bit further running room? And he's like, yeah, it's only if you can get there.
If you could get there,
we just need you there. He used to always give me a hard time.
Right.
He always does. But he's like, if you get there, you know, I don't care. And I was like, I'm going to get there. So I backed up all the way in the lot outside of the arena to where I had like 70 yards of like full speed.
Oh, no.
And I remember like hitting him. And like I launched at the beginning of the announce table, and then I ended up in the wall by the fence.
Oh, good gosh.
Just
like
traveled.
a freight train.
Yeah. Crazy. Dangerous.
Oh man, this may be a little bit too much, but I mean, has anybody ever crapped themselves? Like,
really?
I don't think so.
I mean,
do you think he asked them? Like, hey, did you poop your pants?
They would probably. I would say something like
they wouldn't tell me.
You would say, no, I wouldn't go. And you maybe
you may. I'm just saying.
This took a dive.
I'm just serious. I mean, dude, it's legit.
I'm not doubting that.
And
look, I don't want to be. Yeah, no, I agree.
You're single-handedly keeping the real in wrestling, brother.
Well, it's what we do, right?
Well, I'd like it, man. I can already tell by the way you answer your questions. I love it. Honestly, I love it. That so much, especially in this generation. And I was just going to leave that out there. That was for you.
صوتي مش واضح.
نورة بشرتك صايرة مرة.
طيب هيك واضح يا عوض. خلينا نشيك انا بدي. الصوت واطي. طيب دقيقة. لا يمكن عشان كنت فأكيد حيكون الصوت شوي واطي. بقدر ارفع من عندي في المايك بس حيطلع كثير. هيني رفعته. هيني هو رفع على اخر شيء. حيطلع لكم كثير مزعج فخلينا نوطيه. من عمي خلينيش اوصلك. روح الدروس بلاش اقول لك مين عمك. والله ما بعرف بصراحة، ما عمري جربت يعني. كالعادة هسه أنا بدي أعمل بث قبل ما يجينا فواز وياخذ الجو علينا. يلا سلام، ها اهرب 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 احكي له. والله نتفليكس. اخلص يا نسيم شوف. هاي شوي عرض وحيبدا 10 دقائق نكتم الصوت. مش نتفليكس انت فاشل. طيب ماشي يا فاشل، روح روح ادرس، روح روح، كل شيء مسجل هون. انا بنصح فيك عشان ما يصير لك اللازم. مالك؟ لا خلص ايوه ارقد. خليك عاقل عشان اكون عاقل. ابو قرعه بسلم عليك. مين ابو قرعه؟ ابو قرعه بسلم عليكي. مين ابو قرعه؟ معتز. هو عندكم؟ لا امبارح كان عندنا. والله يسلمه، والله مشتاق له العصر. بدي اقول بحكي لك كنت حكيت بحكي لك عمك ستينجر. جبنا سيرتك بالخير. واضح واضح واضح. لان انحكت هاي الكلمه واضح ان جابك بالخير. ماشي يا زلمه، ماشي يا حبيبي. كنت اقول لك ما فكرته عندك، كنت احكي لك بحكي لك عمك ستينجر اشترك في القناه وادخل على اللايفات وعلق. خلاص مش عندك. خلاص يا غالي، روح روح ادرس، روح روح. حياكم الله يا شباب. لايك وشير للفيديو، واذا كنتش مشترك اشترك. بصوت فالكونز ولا باور مش عارف، ما بتابعهم اثنين. كيف رافع لك نسبة المشاهدات. طيب يا سيدي، شكرا لعطوفتك. المشكلة انت رافع نسبة المشاهدات، مش جايب لي سبسكرايب ملحدة. يعني انت رافع لي المشاهدات اوكي، بس بدي سبسكرايب برضه، بدي لايكات برضه. مشاهدات لحالها تكفيش. جيب فلوس. يلا يا سيدي نصير اغنياء ان شاء الله. يلا طير انت، روح ادرس يا زلمه، روح ادرس. احكي له ان شاء الله لما اشوفه. لو حكيت له انك كنت معي امبارح على اللايف فكره. لا يا عمي خلاص انت بتجيبه لحالك. ما بتعملها؟ لا والله بعملها، انت عارف اني بعملها. اسمع، ناخذ صفقة، احكي لي. طيب شوف، اذا عجبتني اوكي، اذا ما عجبتني والله نشوف. هات الصفقة لنشوف. 500 ريال. طيب وعليكم السلام، حيا الله المحشش مستر سعود سنيك. نورت يا محشش يا سنيك، منورت يا سعود، ما ادري شو اسميك بصراحه، انرت واسفرت. خلينا نشوف صفقه يزن. 500 ريال شو بدك فيها يا يزن؟ ارفع لك اسم المشتركين 200,000. طيب انت ارفع لي نسبه المشتركين، منين بتاخذ الصفقه حبيبي؟ سميني هتلر؟ لا يا حبيبي، لا لا ما ينفع. هذا لعيونك الله. خلاص بلاش زي ما نروح ادرس. روح اسر ابعث له، والله ببعث له لايف. ايوه عندنا انستغرام فاتح اسمه وايوه. روح ادرس يا زلمه، روح اقلع امشي. ايوه يا هتلر، يا سعود يا محشش، مش عارف شو بدي اناديك. لا انت قلت لي بسولف كثير اليوم، فايش بدك تسولف؟ نسجل حضور ولا ما يحتاج؟ لا انت قلت. لا انت اللي قلت والله، عندي المحادثه انت اللي قلت. صور دقيقه اسجل فويس، لازم حد يسمعه يعني. هات اثبات والله بقعد ادور في الجروب ساعتين، بدور على الجروب الحين. انتوا تويسي وصوفيا ما تحبون تسولفون انتوا. شايفه الجروب علقنا مو راضي يعمل ريفرش. لعيونك بس هذه المره. اعمل ريفرش. ايوه ما تلقى، حذفتها. العرض يبدا الحين، نظبط الدنيا، نظبط المظابيط. اقول لك فهد سال. ايوه حصلتها، والله حصلتها. بس ما بتظهر، مو مبينه، بس هي موجوده. ايوه بعمل لك عليها في الجروب. يلا روح. لا تتحداني، لا تتحداني بالزمة. حبيبي حبيبي. ايوه بدأ العرض، بدأ العرض. ده اخوك اللي جابك تاني عيني، ايوه زمان كنت حبيبي.
The capital city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, 7 million people strong, and for the second straight night, we're in the state-of-the-art Kingdom Arena, host international.
ليه حاطين دي الأغنية يا أخي؟
Heavyweight boxing bouts in tonight, WWE's
هذا أول صف أصيل.
The 14-time world champion is here.
Randy.
More SummerSlam appearances than anyone. He's in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament against this man. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
أخوك قلت له، أنا ما أعرف أخوك، أنا أعرف كنت. حسابي.
Sami Zayn's obsessive quest for a world championship is put on hold tonight as he deals with the devil on his shoulder, begging him to join the dark side. Karrion Kross, joined by Scarlett. Kross claims he targets liars in WWE. Consider Sami Zayn one who needs to be corrected tonight. The Eradicator Rhea Ripley is renewing an old rivalry against Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez. It's a street fight where anything goes. The first time ever for Saudi Arabia.
أيوة حذفتها، أيوة حذفتها.
She's an empress who wants to be a queen. Asuka hopes to punch.
أوكي يا حبيبي، أوكي.
But a storm is building and standing in her way. Jade Cargill wants to be queen of the ring. And the best in the world.
Let's go.
Here for a massive main event versus the greatest of all time, John Cena. It's for the undisputed WWE Championship. Tonight live from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
مباراة. Let's go.
Champions.
توكل.
The journey is long. The path is hard. But the destination, distant, eternal, gleaming, is somehow clear. Getting here is framed by a question and shaped by a fight. But maybe the fight isn't the hardest part. Maybe it's what you carry that's even heavier. Not just the strength and will or the grit and belief. It's the other things.
شايفك فرحان.
The weight of opportunity. The burden of doubt. And simple central unused
حياكم يا شباب.
Are you enough?
غنوا مع سعود.
To find out. Right now, not be higher. How strong is Jade Cargill? You are not ready. One step closer to redemption for Cody Rhodes. I have to do whatever it takes to get number 15. And for some, the last time is now to show the world who they truly are. Day in, day out, no days off. For 25 years, I have been the greatest of all time. It's time CM Punk woke up as champion. John Cena, CM Punk.
لا يا أول شوي يجدون يلصون.
The chance to define yourself.
هاي مشكلة اللايفات.
This kingdom.
للأسف المو أبو خالد يعني.
This moment. This match. This night.
ما شاء الله اللايفات أبو خالد صارت تجيب مشاهدات والله جدا عالية والله. فرحانة جدا صراحة.
WWE presents Night of Champions.
شغالين سلو مود.
You are looking live at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is jam-packed for WWE's Night of Champions.
والله الجمهور طرب.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the 24th time, a tournament will culminate in the crowning of a King of the Ring tonight. I'm Michael Cole with a former King of the Ring, Wade Barrett. Wade, what an important night for the WWE calendar.
Absolutely huge. So many stakes this evening, and the fallout from what happens tonight is going to define the rest of the year here in WWE. Massive 3 or 4 hours to come.
Also here tonight, our Arabic announce team. Let's check in with Jude Faisal. Hey, guys.
اهلا وسهلا بكم وشكرا لكم الله يحييكم في بلدنا المملكه العربيه السعوديه.
هلا
وسهلا بك حلقه الاسطوريه. واهلا وسهلا
جود وفيصل.
Ladies and gentlemen, set up to our ring announcer, Mark Nash. Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the finals.
خلاص يا حبيبي خلاص. لا تدلها.
For the undisputed WWE Championship.
Oh, kick off. Damn, yeah, kick off. Randy Cody. In my head, they talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. You got to lose and motivation, got design to keep you safe. One like who's out there looking, you stop questioning your faith. I had the voice and it's mistake. This the kind I say. I have the voice and there's a knowledge. صوتي مخيس والله أدري بس مو مشكلة. أوه اسمع جي يا سعود. I hear voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. وين التفاعل؟ والله قليل ما في حاجة. عسل يا قلبي عسل. All the doctors of disease.
Introducing first from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Viper,
لا تغني أكثر. ما ضوعت. هل نستطيع المرة الأخرى أن نصد الحانوتي مثل أمس؟ I see it falling. قصدك ما فهمت. ايوه واحدة. الله راندي. بموت. هذا يسوي حبيبي. استحمل لك الساعتين معي. تفاعل تاريخي من جمهور الرياض. حسن مستواهم جدا والله والله يا حبيبي والله. رجع ايش؟ ماسك الحزام بس ارجع. ايش الزوم اللي جاي هذا اللي عنده؟ اختفي انا. حياك يا حبيبي باي وقت تنورني يسعد. واحد ثلاثة. نواك يا حبيبي. واحد اثنين ثلاثة ترى قلت. وين صار something to be Rhodes.
His opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
واحد اثنين ثلاث. نورك يا شباب نورك. Hear the crowd, all the toes, ready for me to start the show. واو. نورين الشباب الموجودين لايكاتكم لو سمحتوا، ومو مشترك اشترك. انا سويت مشترك قلنا فينا يا اخوان. and take my freedom. I built my kingdom. You're following me. سقط جمهور يا سقط. حاليا مع فرنسا هذا الجمهور حاليا ملك المصارعة. حاليا عنوان اي عرض ثاني فرنسا هذا الجمهور 2025. الرامبل اللي بيجي ان شاء الله بيكون ناري.
Randy Orton joined forces with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. in a group that would be called Legacy. Over their 2 years together, Orton won 3 world championships and a Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase won 2 tag team titles. Rhodes and DiBiase would kick Orton out of the group in the year 2010. They would then do battle in one-on-one action.
يا اخوان يا المنظمين لا تقعدوا الجمهور، لا تقعدوا الجمهور، والله ما هو سينما قسما بالله يا اخوان. جيت هذا مسوي لي كذا يلبس جاي وشو؟ فوق الوراك واصل 118. نفس الشيء نفس الرياكشن.
Cody Rhodes very successful in Riyadh back in November. He won the first ever Crown Jewel Championship. For Randy Orton's about some retribution tonight. Last year, Wade, in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, he lost to Gunther in a very controversial manner. Gunther would go on to SummerSlam to win the world title.
The final of the King of the Ring tournament last year was absolute BS, in my opinion, a massive refereeing error. And to a lot of people, Randy Orton is the sentimental favourite tonight to right last year's Raw.
Respect, والله respect, والله respect. Mad respect والله. حتى ويد بارت والله حتى يوسف كان يضحك. مصدوم جدا.
There are no words to describe the atmosphere inside the Kingdom Arena tonight. It is absolutely electric. So for the first time in 12 years, these two men go one-on-one.
شكرا نواف، شكرا يا نواف على التنظيم الرائع يا جمهور.
Winner of this match heads to SummerSlam, the first weekend of August, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, to take on the undisputed WWE champions, since both of these men are from Friday Night SmackDown. Could be Cena, could be Punk. We find out later on tonight. And Orton now with a shoulder tackle, and down goes Cody Rhodes.
I'll tell you right off the bat, from the entrances, I saw so much nerves in the eyes of both Cody and Randy. It's astounding, considering where they've both been previously in their careers, that it's on many times. I don't know whether it's the stakes of this match or whether it's the fact that you're probably going to have to do some heinous things to a good friend of yours at some point tonight if you're going to be successful.
It's also the fact of getting screwed over by John Cena. Both of these men, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, Randy Orton back in his hometown of St. Louis at Backlash. They'd love to get their hands on Cena again if Cena survives tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure CM Punk might have something to say about that in tonight's main event. We'll see how that goes, but right now you need to put yourself in pole position for SummerSlam.
And wait, mentioned before, these two know each other very well. They've had a legacy together. However, first time in 12 years they've gone one-on-one, so still a feeling out process, so to speak.
Yeah, they know each other incredibly well, and I promise you they've studied each other incredibly well, even if they haven't been competing against each other. But for me, at this point, we've felt each other out briefly. We've tied up a couple of times. We've got a sweat on. Throw the friendship to one side. Focus on what counts. That's beating the hell out of this man. Got to take away what you badly want.
And Cody Rhodes with the forearm to the face of Randy Orton. And now Rhodes off the ropes. Oh! Big knee takes Rhodes down, well placed into the midsection of the American Nightmare. Mentioned before, 24th King of the Ring tournament. Dropped down by Cody. And there's the right hand, stunning Orton.
Cody playing a little possum there on that knee to the gut, making out it was a lot more painful than perhaps it really was, just sucking Randy in.
Rhodes whipped into the corner. High elbow catches Randy on the bridge of the nose. There's a bulldog by Cody. Quickly into the cover on Randy. Hook of the leg down. Kick out at 2. Referee Charles Robinson. Working this matchup.
So crazy. The mental machinations going on now in the mind of both Randy and Cody. You know full well that your opponent is expecting certain things early. You need to make sure you don't do those things. Keep your opponent guessing. Not sure if I'm ready for Cody Rhodes to go to the top rope so early, but he did it, and they have lost him as Randy Orton catches him there. Randy certainly wasn't ready for it. Those are those reflexes and instincts of the Viper that are simply unsurpassed.
1985, the first King of the Ring was crowned none other than Don Molaco. As Orton climbs to the top rope with Cody in position, and there's a superplex from Randy. And wait a second. I don't know if you noticed how Randy, when he bounced off the mat, he quickly went to his lower back. Perhaps it seized up a bit. And Randy Orton clearly in some sort of pain here. Let's watch this again. And look at it right there. Randy realizes he may be in trouble as he moves to the ropes and grabs for his lower back.
And that could be a nerve issue. Of course, Randy Orton has had major lower back issues in the past. That lumbar spine that kept him out for about 12 months, not so long ago. May have tweaked something there.
And Cody Rhodes now stalking his man. Randy Orton goes right to the lower back of the kidney.
It's all fair game. You have to.
Disaster kick by Cody.
God, it could be a disaster for Randy Orton.
Cover by Cody for the win. Hook to the leg. Orton's forced to kick out.
That was a weak kick out. This is not the kind of abuse that keeps Randy Orton down traditionally. But that lower back, that lumbar spine, apparently has now served a handicap to the Viper.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes targeting the lower back as goes to work on Orton. Nice suplex by Cody. Cover again by Cody. Finals of the King of the Ring tournament.
Well, whatever game plan Cody Rhodes came into with this one probably just changed. I don't know what his plan to target was, but now throw that out the window. Go for one third.
Clearly hurt us. Cody Rhodes trying to fight back as well. Rhodes and Orton exchanging blows. Randy now. Oh, and there's the patented backbreaker, and even that causes Orton to collapse to the back pain.
Yeah, that's an instinctive move from Randy Orton. He's done it millions of times before. His brain automatically went there, and now clearly regretting it. Take another look at this. Standard stuff from Orton, but it hurt him far more than it did Cody Rhodes.
Of course, the King of the Ring tournament, one of attrition. Surviving to get to the finals and then winning. And now Cody Rhodes, and Cody now torturing Orton, working on the lower back, wrapping him around the ring post. Cody Rhodes here.
Cody. This is a very different side of Cody Rhodes. Why? Because the stakes are so massive this evening. Yeah. Not just the crown, but that opportunity beckoning at SummerSlam race shot at the goal.
Let's go, Randy.
Let's go, Randy. Chance for capacity crowd here in Rio. I like this one, Cody Rhodes. I promise you, if the roles were reversed, Randy Orton would have no hesitation. Block kick. Cody. Orton forced to kick out. Now, listen, if you have a back issue, obviously each and every time you're forced to kick out, it bothers the back.
Any movement whatsoever. I mean, even lying in bed with a bad back hurts. I cannot possibly fathom how Orton can now negotiate his way back into the match.
Well, that's Joe Tessa's issue, carrying you every. continuing to wear down Randy Orton. As you mentioned earlier, whatever Cody's strategy was, it's out the window.
انا فاهم حماس الجمهور والله بس لسه ما استوعبت المباراة.
Now attacking with that cravat that's really a neck hold, but Randy Orton having to use all the weight on that lower back to force his way back up, and now Cody smartly pressing against the upper back of Randy, forcing him back down, and again, all that pressure goes on the lumbar spine.
And referee Charles Robinson making sure that the arm
المباراة اللي انا حاسس انه حيكون فيها شيء يعني حاطين مباراة زين وكروس.
Cody Rhodes continues to put the pressure on Randy, and Randy's in deep
حاسس
trouble.
كروس حيفوز.
Randy could be fading here in the center of the ring.
لانه هم يقدروا يحطوا دفعة بالعكس المباراة بتبدا سامي ولا كروس. قصة سامي قصة كان كروس. نفس عارف كيف الاستمرارية بيقعدوا هون ساعتين ثلاثة ساعة ضمور.
Buries Cody in the corner.
والله.
Now Randy Orton almost went shoulder first.
اوه.
Great move by Randy.
ايوه كروس لاين. كروس لاين ثانية.
Here comes the Viper.
ينتج أورتن. كويس كان.
Hesitation. Barely being able to go for the cover here.
بدري.
That was a solid 2 or 3 before Randy could even execute that cover. Just hampered in every regard from pretty much the word go in this match. Now, there are occasions when you tweak something early in a match that over time, as the body warms up, natural endorphins get released. It can numb that injury to an extent, and Randy is clearly hoping that is the case here.
امبارح ما كان موجود في البث كانت بس في نتفليكس اليوم ماشيين منيح.
WWE's Apex Predator was going through that draping DDT, and Cody went right back to the back. And another shot to the kidneys.
Gotta be ruthless here to Cody Rhodes.
Cody Cutter.
This could be it. Rhodes cover. Hook of the leg. Randy stays in it.
It really is that slight turn of speed for Randy Orton that is now gone completely. And that was the difference there in allowing Cody Rhodes back into the match when it looked like Randy was starting to build a little bit of momentum. Just cannot capitalize on the damage you caused to Cody if he can't move quick enough to get the next shot in.
Cody now heading up to the top rope now. Cody Cutter. Is that enough to put Orton away?
اثنين بدري.
And now Cody Rhodes.
حتفوز يا بكروس رودز يا حتفوز تتحول هيل.
What do I need to do to put Randy away?
او راندي يتحول هيل ويفوز.
That is the sweetest sight in the world if you're Cody Rhodes, a Viper in agony, and Cody deftly maneuvering to the top rope, executing yet another Cody cutter. Randy in big trouble.
Well, Hall of Famers over the years have been king of the ring. 10 world champions have been king of the ring. The best of the best have won this tournament crown. The names of Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H and Harley Race, among others. And Cody is up on the apron. Kick right to the midsection by Orton. Randy's got him where he wants him. Bring me DDT, Cody.
Vintage Randy. نواف. باقي ابو عابد.
Adrenaline is pumping. The Viper is ready to strike.
ما يعمل اركو صعب.
Misery's man going to the RKO.
كلاس رودز.
Great counter by Cody.
واحد اثنين حبيكها.
Randy kicked out. Randy's kicked out of just about everything so far.
Yeah, that is a wild kick out for a man with a busted back who's been beaten from pillar to post already. And Cody hits his biggest shot of them all. And it's not good enough.
هذا حاكم disaster kick تحول RKO. هاي مني.
I'll tell you what happened. I was just looking at Cody, looked him straight in the eyes, and he had a blank look on his face. He was like, what do I need to do? He was staring out into space trying to figure out, how do I take out Orton here?
Yeah, remember, this was once upon a time your mentor. The guy you looked up to, the guy who taught you things. That were like,
واحد اثنين نورين يا شباب نورين. عاطف نور والله ما حد شافه. في ولد موجود بالصف الاول اعطاك واحده. منورين يا شباب عندي مو عامل لايك يعمل لايك وسبسكرايب عليه.
Glancing back at Cody. Oh, you wonder what's going through the mind of the Viper now. Ever dangerous.
لا 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 ما يعملها ما يعملها ما يعملها.
And he's second guessing himself.
All the time in the world to hit this punt. Albeit against a true friend.
Orton psyched himself up to do it.
لا لا لا.
Cody Rhodes avoided it.
Oh.
Take down on Orton. And Cody down. Look at the figure four. Center of the ring. Locked in. Orton's in trouble.
Well, Orton just gave a massive kick to Cody Rhodes. Cody's embraced it and thrown it back in the Viper's face.
الفيجر فور الفيجر فور للوك امام شفتها لازم حتى قبل بعد التسعينات غير الجوبس مثل ما زي نورين يا شباب.
Unless Randy can turn over onto his belly and reverse the pressure onto Cody Rhodes, which is what Orton's trying to do here. And he's able to do that, and now it's Cody Rhodes who's in trouble. Randy Orton now has the upper hand, and Cody has to roll to the ropes and force a break.
That was a hell of a long time in that figure four leg lock. And if Randy wasn't already in a bad way, things are looking messy now for the Viper.
Bad back, issues in the legs now.
Randy had the opportunity there to finish that with the pump. Simply took too long. Cody moved out the way and it's still game on.
Ooh.
Now, Orton and Rhodes, right hand stun Randy.
هذا واحدة.
You mentioned on the countdown show today, Wade. It's extremely humid and warm inside this arena. And will it affect these athletes tonight?
It's affected me sat here at ringside. I promise you, it is destroying the endurance of both men.
Ready, fight now. Cody goes to the midsection with another kick now. Rhodes.
Disaster kick up KO. بالضبط. قلت لكم هيعملها انا عارف. وكل حيفوز بس انا واثق من هذا الشيء.
To Cody Rhodes, and it really speaks volumes to the caliber of these two competitors that they are taking the best shots each has to offer and still somehow ticking.
Again, the king of the ring on the line, but also an opportunity at the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
And that's really why the caliber of competitors in the tournament this year is so high. The crowd is great. Everyone wants it, but trust me, that opportunity at SummerSlam. It's as big as winning a Royal Rumble.
Randy now with a steel chair in hand. Disqualification will hand this thing to Cody Rhodes, so I'm not quite sure what Randy's thinking here.
He's not thinking straight. That's the issue. The red mist has now descended for Randy.
واضح حيضرب لو بلو، واضح حيضرب لو بلو او اورتن حيضرب لو بلو.
Wait a minute. Oh, Randy Orton now
doing the top turnbuckle. The referee's back turn. That was entirely a ruse. It was a decoy by Randy.
Yeah, Cerebral Orton has exposed the top turnbuckle, unbeknownst to the official Charles Robinson. Cody Rhodes, though, blocks. And now it's Randy Orton blocking. Randy went for the RKO.
Oh! Crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. Crossroads.
Cody. Cover. Cody Rhodes.
نهاية مرة حلوة، مرة جميلة. تطلع أحسن من هيك بس مرة حلوة. أحسن من هيك. فاز متوقع. هيك المباراة بصراحة كنت مستغرب إني أشوف كل فريق منهم. نشوف لسه فيها بس ماتش.
Championship at SummerSlam. What a fight tonight!
I'll tell you right now.
Cody Rhodes حقق شفنا رويال رامبل، بطل WWE، بطل تاج تيم كينج اوف ذا رينج خلال 4 سنين.
We saw it there tonight. All bets were off. Cody turned up the
زباين نتفليكس مرة ثانية.
Who showed some restraint? Not so much for Cody.
يا سلام على راندي ولا
This is early on in the matchup. Randy going for that signature superplex and paying the price, tweaking that lower back. And Cody Rhodes exploiting it, but Randy always ready and dangerous to strike. With his RKO out of nowhere. Cody good for it.
Yeah, then Randy Orton, after bringing a steel chair into the ring, as Wade said, clearly a ruse to allow Randy Orton to expose the turnbuckle, but it would backfire on the Viper.
And fell on his own sword, shoved straight into it, hitting that lap, those ribs, weakening the Viper, and then Crossroads number 2 connecting. And we have ourselves a 2025 King of the Ring.
نظرات راندي، نظرات
Here
راندي.
is your winner and the new King of the Ring, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
راندي حيهاجم.
General Manager Fierce from Raw and all this from SmackDown. Congratulating
هل
the new King of the
تتوقعون
Ring.
هذا؟
Let's go up to our own Byron Saxton for an interview. Cody Rhodes.
Cody, first off, congratulations. How does it feel to know that you now have a chance to finally reclaim the undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam?
Byron, first of all, I have to thank Randy Orton, the legend killer.
راندي. لا يا راندي، لا يا راندي، اهدى اهدى يا راندي.
The guy who spoke up for me, he's a future Hall of Famer, and this isn't his last stop here in Saudi Arabia. One more time for Randy Orton.
راندي حاقد، راندي حاقد.
I am well aware. I hear each and every one of you. This is an arduous path. First, Jey Uso, the most beloved character in all of WWE.
والله راندي.
Then the modern locker room leader, the man, Randy Orton. And at SummerSlam, that means I'm facing either CM Punk or John Cena.
راندي. إن شاء الله هيك نشيل له الوطن.
how you feel as an audience when I go up against these beloved characters. I want you to hear it from me. I was born to do this. Whether it be CM Punk or John Cena, they are holding on to that belt for themselves, and they are holding on to it for me. Because at SummerSlam, I get the ball back. The words of the quarterback. The king of the ring.
اوكي ما 7 من 10 بصراحه 6 من 10.
Into my life, like a dream.
Oh.
This October, John Cena lands in Perth for a full-scale WWE takeover. It all starts with SmackDown, ends with Raw, and in the center of it all, Cena takes the spotlight for one of WWE's most massive nights. WWE Crowd Jewel in Perth. 3 nights, 1 epic weekend, all at RAC Arena. WWE Takeover Perth this October. Combo tickets on sale Wednesday with pre-sale Monday.
And again, 3 event combo tickets for Crown Jewel Perth, Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw at RAC Arena this October 10th and the 13th, on sale this Wednesday, July 2nd. Pre-sale starts Monday, June 30th. Register now. Well, Bianca Belair and her husband Montez Ford, one half of the tag team champions on SmackDown, had the opportunity recently to visit beautiful Western Australia. I talked to Bianca about it. She said it was an unbelievable trip, one of the most beautiful places she's ever been to. Speaking of Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, defended the tag titles last night against the Wyatt Six on SmackDown.
Was an effort. It was truly dominant champs here on SmackDown since winning, but the Wyatts have been a major threat since returning.
And here they are tonight at ringside as part of Night of Champions. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the WWE Tag Team Champions.
Wow, let's go,
Monday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Monday Night Raw will have a special start time at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Coming to you live on Netflix across the world. Don't miss the fallout from the Night of Champions. Again, special start time from Pittsburgh, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on Monday. Meanwhile, Night of Champions tonight is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is the 13th time we've had a premium live event in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the 8th from the beautiful city, capital city of Riyadh. Well, 2 longtime enemies in Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez face off in Nature's most original bout, a street fight. Well, Rhea being successful in her continued crusade against the judge today. Raquel cements herself as one of the women's division's top enforcers. Ripley and Rodriguez in a street fight up next.
When I first came to the Performance Center,
bathroom break.
I thought it just felt like we only had each other.
Okay. اوكي يا شباب طمنوني عنكم. والله متعب والله ترجع تعمل لايف. انا كنت بشغلك محدود. من معنا في البث؟ لدينا شخص واحد. اخرج صوتك يا بني، دعنا نستمتع معك. نورت يا شباب، اللي بدخل حاليا منور. راحوا الشباب. رجعوا الشباب، طارت الطيارة، هدت الطيارة. والله يا شباب نواف ما قصر وللحين بينزل، مش مبين شيء، بس حرفيا روعة، تفاعل رائع من الجمهور. بالضبط، الناس تقول نهاية تافهة، أنا أول قلته في أفضل من هيك مراحل. ما هكذا تكتب نزالات المصارعة. نعمل نشر مرة ثانية. ايوه السبب في البرومو، ماذا البرومو المباراة ما في إلها بناء. ما عندها نفع، بلشت. يلا خلينا نشوف التفاعل بس تفاعل الجمهور. حبيبي يا اسعد هوان، الله يبارك فيك، شكرا يا حبيبي. MMB 3 انا حاليا بتابع نتفلكس والله. اذا بدك روابط شيء بتقدر تشوفها على محمد. عندك سوبر رسلينج موقع على جوجل، واتس رسلينج برضه على موقع على جوجل يعني. هذا بفيديو.
This is the first ever street fight in the history.
شلون بحالك؟ حسن غنية راب بالروك كذا يا ربي. شكرا على المشاركة يا شباب. صحيح أنا الحين تابعت. شكرا يا سعد فراني، الله يخليك يا رب. إن شاء الله جدا سعيد. الحمد لله يا رب وصلنا آخر الحمد لله. اللهم لك الحمد. وصلنا لجائزة أرقام. إن شاء الله إن شاء الله حنوصل ال4 وال5 وال10 أرقام. والله تعبت تحكيكم يا اخوان. شكرا شكرا شكرا.
To the main roster with Raw SmackDown, they hit the ground running. They take to it like a duck to water, and Rhea Ripley did that. Other times, some superstars come up and they walk around on eggshells for a little while. They can't get comfortable in the locker room. They don't show their best side. That's been Raquel. Raquel, always, however, has stepped up to a new level, I think, in large part because of the injury to Liv Morgan. Raquel needs to fill those shoes in the Judgment Day, and she does it starting tonight.
Yeah, but Raquel Rodriguez is the one that really started this latest chapter in this rivalry when she first cost Rhea Ripley an opportunity to advance to the Queen of the Ring. If you're Raquel Rodriguez, why are you trying to poke the bear, for lack of a better term?
It's making a statement. I don't care if Rhea Ripley has a championship or not. She is always right at the top of the roster when it comes to the women. To make a name for yourself, to prove a point, to prove that this is your era, you go for Ripley.
But Jackie Redmond on the Countdown Show had a very interesting point she made about Ripley. It's been a rough patch over the past couple of months for Rhea. Jackie believes, and so do I, this is really a must-win for Rhea here tonight.
Must-win for both women, and clearly Ripley needs to get rid of the Judgment Day, who have been haunting her career for months now. They simply will not go away. Victory tonight might finally do the job.
So this is a street fight. You win via pinfall or submission. However, there are no disqualifications or no countouts. We are sold out tonight at Kingdom Arena.
نور يا برنسام.
Raquel and
نتفلكس والله يا حبيبي نتفلكس. بدك تتابعها برا نتفلكس تقدر تفتح على عفوا على واتش رسلينج وسوبر رسلينج. الروابط ان شاء الله بدور ما عندك مشكله.
Ripley here is the underdog.
And there's an example of Raquel tossing Rhea across the ring, stopping Rhea from getting the boot up. And early on, Raquel Rodriguez is beginning to dominate Ripley. And Ripley, though, lands on her feet. Kick by Rhea.
لا تخليه وصلنا. لا
كفر And Ripley now. Well, Raquel is still on her feet.
Just ate that clothesline that drops literally the entire roster other than Big Mammy Cool.
Oh, wow! Did you hear that?
Oh, my God, that was superb. It was the weaker hand, too.
Wait, did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
And there's the fall-away slam.
Oh, Cole took the big swing with the right and missed, following it up with a weaker left and still knocking Ripley out of a boot.
And another fall-away slam. That thud off that chop could be heard echoing throughout the Kingdom Arena. And Ripley fighting back with a boot to the face.
Yeah, you're in a dogfight now, Ripley. Swing with everything you got.
Rhea went for the missile drop kick. Rodriguez moved out of harm's way, and that's a perfect example of these two women knowing each other so well.
And it's a perfect example for me of Rhea Ripley getting thrown off her game this early because she simply cannot bully her opponent.
And Raquel Rodriguez is doing the bullying right now, burying her shoulder into the midsection of Ripley. And that elbow caught her in the temple. And Raquel Rodriguez right now is woman handling Rhea Ripley in the corner.
Oh, the power is one thing. It's the movement from Raquel that has been so good. She looks like a blur in there. You have that much strength and that much maneuverability. You're almost unbeatable. This is really, really.
Oh! And another chop by the one-time NXT Women's Champion 5 times in her career. Raquel Rodriguez has been a tag team champion and 2 times an NXT tag team champion. She's had a couple of street fights in her career as well. Rhea Ripley, has never been involved in a street fight here at WWE.
Things are changing before our eyes, and Rhea Ripley's confidence is slowly but surely draining away here. Tied up, defenseless, with a powerhouse beating the hell out of you.
And again, the official can do nothing here because there are no disqualifications. Rodriguez can just tee off like she is, Rhea trapped in the ropes.
تصفيق الجمة بس حرام بس
in the process. It's both a physical and mental destruction of the Eradicator.
مش مهتم بالمباراة يا اخوان والله ما في شيء مهم في المباراة.
The fight out of the ropes is Raquel Rodriguez grabs a steel chair and a kendo stick. And if you notice, I'm not sure if you can see, Rhea Ripley almost with a look of panic on her face, Wade, as she realizes she's a sitting duck.
Realizes she asked for something and she might not be able to deliver the goods against this woman. Oh!
You watch your back. And Raquel punishing Ripley.
Raquel just reminding the referee there's nothing you can do here. Oh, God. Well, you were sat here alongside me last night at SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax completely obliterated the ringside area. I've got a feeling Raquel's going to do... Oh, God.
Rhea may have just saved herself there, Wade. Bouncing the chair off the face of Raquel. And now Rhea trying to, and she finally does, escape from the ropes.
Tie up the arms. The feet are still swinging.
And Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, I caught the head of Raquel on the bottom rope on the way through. I get some whiplash injuries there.
Rhea's hurt though. You can see the expression on her face, favoring the midsection. Rodriguez driven shoulder first to the steps.
Rodriguez barely even able to protect herself as she ran face first into those steps.
And Wade, this is important for Rhea because it allows her to buy a little bit of time to recuperate, regroup here.
Yeah, I don't think you can recuperate physically, but mentally you certainly can. And Ripley is cooking up something nasty here.
Dragging the hood off the Arabic announce table. And now clearing off the announce table. And Rhea now with Raquel Rodriguez. Bouncing Raquel face first.
How quickly things have turned around in this one. One window of opportunity. That is all Ripley needed.
Oh, this doesn't bode well for Rodriguez. Ripley. We're going to hook Raquel. Raquel able to block. And again, Raquel blocks.
Ripley just not strong enough to manhandle Raquel.
Headbutt. After headbutt.
Both women moving gingerly now.
Oh, Rhea's been doing a ton of punishment here.
نورين يا شباب 4 لايكات كلنا شباب بس اشتراكات.
To the count from the announce table, Rhea Ripley driven into the timekeeper's area by Raquel. No countouts. Street fight rules.
Oh, God, let's take another look at this. This sickening crack. It wasn't a gun, it was a crack. I just hope it wasn't the
لايكاتكم واشتراكاتكم يا الشباب معددينكم يعني.
Raquel in agony too, but clearly has dominated the majority of this match.
أنا شغال تويتر والله. شيك
الناس.
لكن عادي مش القلوب. القلوب يعطيك العافية.
Again, Rhea hasn't moved. And Raquel sending the table into the ring.
What an authoritative performance thus far from Raquel, who is cooking up more weapons of torture inside that ring and apparently has all the time in the world to do it.
منور العم مسكت اي ثم جلاد الكل. ستينجر هنا ستينجر.
And again attacking Ripley, bouncing around not just the announce table but the apron.
Genuinely never seen Ripley train like this. I've seen a ton of Ripley matches over the past 5 years, up close and personal.
Look at Raquel now. Look at the power. Lifted up those
والله ما مهتم بالمباراة والله خلصوها.
Raquel is dangerous.
ما هي قصة.
They look better than she ever has. As Raquel went to bounce Rhea off the steps. Rhea though able to bounce Raquel face first.
لا بطلنا ستينجر حبيبي الحين.
And just like that, Rhea
سلاح الحزام سلاح السير ابوك لما بيجي على بس يقولون حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل بس على ايام اثبتي تطلع نتائجك مدة صحيح ايوه
Raquel trying somehow to get away as Rhea Ripley continues to just whip the hell out of Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel just trying to cover up, but there's nowhere to go.
بس
And
razor
Ripley
edge
razor's edge.
اوه حلوه
Cover. Kick out.
ايوه ايوه
Really showed us something here tonight. Of course, we already knew this about Rhea Ripley, but it has been a coming out party for Raquel Rodriguez. Razor's edge, such a high angle landing, followed up with a volley to the jaw of Raquel. Or Big Mammy Cool is simply equal to it. But now a prism trap.
Yeah, the prism trap, which is the submission maneuver Rhea's not tapped out of many in her career. Raquel in trouble, center of the ring. Rhea Ripley's got it locked in.
That's the biggest weapon of them all in this kind of match. Specialist maneuver executed to perfection.
الله يبارك فيك طه يا حبيبي الله يبارك فيك يا رب ان شاء الله عقبال الالف والمليون يا رب انتم موجودين معنا روكسان بيريز روكسي اجت.
We saw Roxanne and Raquel put Rhea through a table Monday night on Raw.
And of course, it's all legal in a Rhea Boulevard street fight.
And now Rhea Ripley has had enough for Roxanne Perez, who drops Rhea to the floor.
And now the
Roxanne Perez. Uh-oh. Rhea looking to power out. Roxanne realizes she's in trouble. Her face says it all.
Let's go. Let's go, mommy.
Whatever Roxanne Perez was trying to cook up here has backfired in a big way.
Maybe it hasn't backfired, Wade.
Because Rhea's got her attention from Roxanne Perez. It may allow Raquel Rodriguez to regather herself.
Certainly backfired on Roxanne, and this is not going to be pretty.
I don't know if you can read lips, but Rhea Ripley said, "Welcome to the Judgment Day." Some people would say that Roxanne Perez won.
Unnecessary call.
Oh, into the steel post. Like I said, that allowed Raquel opportunity, Wade, to regroup.
Now, yet again, a selfless act from Roxanne Perez.
Oh no, Rhea may be out.
Missile right into it.
And
there's that corkscrew splash off the second rope. Raquel looking for the victory and a kick out by Rhea at 2.
Rhea has taken so much punishment in this one. Into a steel ring post, driven again face first into those steps, and then this corkscrew Vader bomb connecting. Rhea never goes down without a fight, however. But the end is surely nigh here.
Yeah, Raquel dragging Rhea back to her feet, looking for the Tejana bomb, maybe through the table. Rhea Ripley though. Raquel close to the table, off the run.
Great footwork from Raquel that prevented herself flying into that table and immediately a crushing big boot.
Raquel was about to deliver a Tejana bomb through the table, but Rhea able to counter at least momentarily.
I have been so impressed how on point Raquel has been tonight.
هدي ابو حازمي هدي هو الاول هدي ابو الحازمي.
Best showings by Raquel in a long time here tonight as she has really dominated Rhea Ripley at many points in this match.
Seen the growth of confidence with Raquel over the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Now I don't know what she's planning here. Raquel though, face first off the table. Rhea Ripley catches her with a kick.
Point of the jaw might have loosened a few teeth there on Raquel. she's thinking about anything right now, though.
الموجودين يا شباب لايكاتكم وشيراتكم يا اخوان بعد اذنكم اشتراكاتكم اذا انتم مشتركين.
Figure out what Rhea has in mind. Rhea now on top of the table, which is hung up on the top rope and bouncing Raquel off the table.
أول أمس وصلنا تقييم في اللايكات 15 لايك. ما قلناش شيء.
Ripley now has Raquel on the table. I'm not sure if that table's going to hold these two.
Ripley? معقول؟
Rhea setting up Raquel. You got to be kidding me. Oh no. From up there on top of the table.
أيوه.
Cover by Rhea. And the win. Here is your winner.
وين النهاية؟
Wait, all I can say is wow. Just wow.
What a
street fight here tonight.
Such a grisly affair from two of the most militant women we have ever had in WWE. I'll take nothing away from Raquel. That was incredible from Big Mammy Cool, but incredible doesn't always get the job done, especially when they're in there with
the turning point was Raquel Rodriguez going face first into the table, but she had set up Wade.
Yeah, falling on her own sword to an extent, but how resourceful is Rhea Ripley? I'll use it to my benefit with a massive, as you called it, avalanche lip side off that platform. And hey, you're a person of
wow. Rhea Ripley, who's made it abundantly clear that she wants, as she said on the Countdown show, her baby back. The women's world title.
Tomorrow on WWE LFG.
I'm gonna show Booker why he drafted over one because I'm gonna go get that point. This season is gonna be crazy.
With the team locked,
we ain't going nowhere. That's where y'all need to be.
The legends get loud.
I'm either gonna break them or I'm gonna make them.
The risk lies fast.
Come on, I ain't coaching. I'm worried about it getting hurt.
Who lands the first point?
Yeah, there you go.
And who's left chasing?
All the damn work I put in with you. No, it's ridiculous.
WWE LFG tomorrow, 8/7 Central, only on A&E.
خلصت المباراة هسه سولو أعتقد وفاتو.
I got the world in the palm of my hand. I'm in the story, I cannot be sorry. I give them the glory, it's all in the plans.
أبو العاص أبو العاص
WWE Evolution, State Farm Arena in
نوارة
Atlanta,
حبيبي
Saturday,
نوارة أخوي.
July 12th. That's 2 weeks from tonight, and Sunday, July 13th. We're on sale now. The Ticketmaster. You got to wonder if the United States Championship will be on the line of Evolution because Wade is a brand new U.S. champ.
Yeah, incredible stuff from Julia yesterday. Her first championship just 3 or 4 weeks after being signed right here on SmackDown by Nick Aldis. And here she is, the champion in town. And Rhea just loves some Julia.
Well, right now we're about to see the battle between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Kross has been the devil on Sami Zayn's shoulder. Hoping that Sami would devolve into darkness.
سامي كروس مين؟ أوه بس
to win the world championship.
تفاعل التاريخ الحين.
There's other things in mind.
فيديو المليون هذا تحدي سحس تعرفه؟ اوه دخل كروس من بدري مش دروم ولا شيء. فيديو مليون بوجودك يا اخوي عصوم والله بوجودك يا حبيبي. ايوه
Well, you know, after months and months of taunting.
And all this, the way you are, the way you want to be.
البث قطع
You're never going to be world champion.
البث قطع الله يحفظ النت.
I talked to Adam Pearce. Our match is official. Tick-tock.
Tick-tock.
Got him.
Clearly, it's what Cross wanted.
Yes, he did, and perhaps the mask has slipped on Sami Zayn. You might not like the words of the devil on your shoulder, but when the words are true, perhaps they hurt even more, Sami. And the hatred you have inside your heart was apparent for all to see this past week at Raw.
I think Karrion Kross is completely insane. But you know what?
مرسم راح يجاهد سامي. طالب تحفيظ والله.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making its way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn!
نوارة بالاشتراك في البث. لايكاتكم بعد منكم مشترك اشترك وصلت مشترك وصلت مشترك على 150 ان شاء الله بتمشي.
Karrion Kross says that his main targets in WWE are liars because he hates direction. He claims that Sami Zayn is one of the liars.
Well, it says Sami Zayn weaponizes sympathy, which I thought was very interesting on that entrance. Look, Sami Zayn wearing that traditional headdress here, okay, to get the people on his side. Why does he do that? Because it helps advance his own career. This is the lies. This is the
باقينا 4 لايكات ونجيب رقم البث الماضي في السوشيال لايف. كنا نعطيه شوي.
He's not trying to curry favor with anyone. He's celebrating his heritage, but nonetheless, it's Sami Zayn.
I'm from England. I never walked down the aisle in a bowler hat when we were in London.
You would have if they let you. And bell rings, we're underway. Sammy Cross one-on-one here tonight. There's this groundswell of support that has surrounded Karrion Kross over the past couple of
في
months.
منظمين موجودين في الملعب وراي يعني موجود بس الطاوش معهم.
Social media has been very vocal about it. However, now you got to prove yourself with Karrion Kross against Sami Zayn.
Stop castigating about first one. Call it a sideshow.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Sami
Apparently, the
Zayn,
reason there's a
Sami
groundswell of support
Zayn.
behind Karrion Kross is because certain people, and large numbers of them, actually listen to the message and agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, guys like the New Day, look how they've been acting over the past few months since they had a run-in with this guy.
The New Day and thousands and thousands of others.
كان كروس عبيد رجع الصلعه بعد اذنك.
You are right. The message is one thing. The demand for opportunity is another.
لا ضرر هو يعني عادي.
Opportunity knocks for Karrion Kross, and you have to deliver.
Quite sure taking advice and listening to the message of a psycho is a good way to live your life, but I guess some people do that.
Again, a warm perspective.
هذا الشعر الطويل اللحى.
Is this the pace you expected this match to start out?
Well, it's been goading from Karrion Kross historically, and this guy dominated NXT, let's be clear. Hasn't had the same level of success through the Raw and SmackDown, but he's always been a manipulator, a guy able to break people mentally and then break them physically.
And here he's doing just that to Sami Zayn, the viciousness of Kross. The official deputy was Sean Backy Kross, obviously Scarlett, barking at
ما
Sami
حدا
Zayn.
عزز الله يهديه. Woo! Hey!
And now Sami fighting back.
Sami is such a scrappy underdog fighter. Unrivaled spirit in that ring.
Now Sami's been on this, what some may say is an obsessive quest in trying to win his first ever world championship in WWE.
And that's been part of the issue for Sami Zayn. Kross has told him you're simply not good enough to win it.
Zayn does not believe that.
Sami hasn't been good enough to win it thus far. I think Kross's point is you need to bring out the hatred in your heart if you want to get to the top of the fight game.
ما شاء الله يا سامي ما شاء الله.
The cunning, seductive, manipulative Scarlett offering some words of wisdom in the ear of Karrion Kross.
Modern day Mickey and Mallory. Whatever those words of wisdom there absolutely work. And her man is back on top.
And forearm dropping Zayn. And now Kross looks to take over with his power. Sami though, up on the barricade.
ايوه طاح ضاوي يا اخوان. راح طول قبل اسبوع على الكتاب. خلاص بدي خلاوي بدي خلاوي. ايوه طاح.
Sami Zayn, you can never write this guy off, and that is frustrating to a powerhouse like Karrion Kross.
And Kross now with a smile on his face sends Sami Zayn across the ring with a great throw.
Saito suplex there from Kross, an absolute specialist with that move.
Yeah, the Doomsday Saito, he calls it, as he continues the attack on Zayn. Take another look.
Great maneuver. He won an NXT championship with once upon a time. And now perhaps getting back to that kind of form here at Night of Champions.
والله ما ديسبكت زين.
Another straight forearm to Sami, but there again is just the resilience of Zayn and never say die attitude. Oh! That elbow well connected. Cross cover. And Sami able to kick at one. Just in this plotting style by Karrion Kross to wear his opponent down.
Key mindset that lives inside the head of Karrion Kross. Draw out the pain, draw out the torture.
But wait, you got to wonder if Kross actually believes in all this doomsday rhetoric, or does he just like playing mind games with his opponent?
Well, in the end, regardless of which one is true, it's highly effective. But Sami Zayn hasn't been his normal self on the word go tonight.
ما كنت مشترك اشترك. شكرا على الدعم.
Sami going to do here with Cross down to one knee. Oh, right to the back, a blow by Cross. And Sami now hung up. Dangerous position here for Zayn.
That's the point for carrying Cross. You call it a plot. Plotting style earlier when Cross needs to move quickly, when he needs to close down that space like he did there, he absolutely can.
And cover. Sami kicks out, and I did not mean plotting in a negative way. I mean, an opportunity to slow the pace down and just beat the hell out of his opponent, which he's doing now to Sami Zayn.
Well, that surprises me because you've been nothing but negative about carrying Cross since he walked out here this evening.
I just think the guys are short of a Happy Meal. I mean,
يا سامي.
Scarlett doesn't agree. Thousands of people around the world don't agree. And I'm pretty sure right now Sami Zayn might be adjusting his way of thinking before our eyes. He realizes there's been a lot of cycles over the years that have had millions of people following them, right? Doesn't make it right. That's with a straight right. Well, good point there. But that does not prove that carrying Cross is safe.
Oh, and Sami fighting back, and here comes Zayn. And Sami Zayn just digging down deep again.
It's so good with Cross covering up and blocking almost all
مين
of
موجود على
them.
الستريم معايا يا شباب؟ يا اخوان.
Sami leapfrog.
ايوه كروس لاين.
Oh, that was massive.
ايوه.
Sami Zayn knocking Cross out of his boots there with that one. Did not expect that at all. Perhaps that rage now boiling up inside Sami Zayn. And to be fair, he looks better for it. Which is Cross's point.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 ابو سام دي عمل سكرين بورد.
Sami now measuring his man. Zayn. An axe handle right across the head of carrying Cross.
منورين يا شباب منورين لايكاتكم يا شباب.
Something is broken inside Sami Zayn.
اشتراكاتكم مثال ونصل 150 مشترك ان شاء الله.
When defenseless is carrying Cross.
And carrying again quickly back to his feet. Sami though, leapfrog rolls through. Caught by Cross. Cross has got Sami in possession. Down goes Sami Zayn. Cover now. Is it enough to put him away? And a kick out.
Once again, the power of carrying Cross on display. Technique and everything with that leaping Dead Valley driver. Not quite enough to put Sami away, but Sami is looking like a broken man now.
Yeah, Cross to be closing in on an important victory here. You heard him screaming earlier and saying, "You're a liar. You're nothing but a liar." And now we're going to put Sami Zayn away.
Locking that Cross jacket.
Cross.
Sami
Blue Thunder Bomb.
Sami went for the Blue Thunder Bomb, countered by Cross.
Submit.
Oh! And Sami right on the back of his head.
Once again, they go to that Doomsday Saito, wiping the brain of Sami Zayn. And I think I know what's coming next, Cole.
Could be crosshammer time. Paying homage to my broadcast partner.
This lands with a sickening thought.
And Sami Zayn
Blue Thunder Bomb.
able to turn it around into a Blue Thunder Bomb.
ما يفوز.
The move that almost beat Randy Orton in the King of the Ring semifinals. Almost
انا كسامي المدر.
here tonight, but another look at the Doomsday Saito that Cross uses so effectively. Really a go-to move.
That landing is so sickening on the back of the neck. And just when the killer blow was about to hit, Sami Zayn pulls it out of nowhere. Perhaps celebrate a smidge too soon, because this carrying Cross is double tough.
Sami trying to psych himself out, up, get back into this matchup off that Blue Thunder Bomb.
Really is tapping into the energy of this Riyadh audience. This is their man. They believe in Sami Zayn now.
Karrion Kross just collapsing to the center of the mat. This is dead weight for Sami Zayn.
It's a lot of weight. Karrion Kross at about 280 to 70.
Suplex released by Karrion Kross, and it's almost like he suckered Zayn in.
Yes, he did. Mind games once again. Burn out your energy, lifting up this massive frame. And when you think you've done it, it's German suplex o'clock.
Karrion Kross, well versed in all aspects of the grappling game. Brown belt. Comes to judo.
Snap baseball bats with his bare arms. Videos online of it if you don't believe me. Multiple in one go.
Sami Zayn slips from behind. Karrion Kross. Zayn caught him. The exploder into the corner. I don't know if he can quite all of it, but maybe enough. As Kross landed on the back of his head.
Oh, God, not where you want to be if you're Karrion Kross. Not when Sami has momentum.
Haluva kick. Oh.
Caught him in the cross chicken.
And that is firmly locked in now. Sami desperately reaching for those ropes.
Sami had an opportunity. Kross intercepted him. Kross jacking in. Karrion Kross looking to tap out Sami or pass it out here tonight.
Oh, cutting off the oxygen supply, cutting off the blood supply.
Sami هيخسر.
Wrapping the legs around the body of Sami Zayn, and Sami
Sami هيخسر.
nowhere to go.
هاي الكروس انتصر.
Lips are turning blue. Body is going limp. Lights are fading. A matter of time now.
Sami Zayn may be out.
Oh, God, his face is going purple.
The official, Daphne LaShawn, right there. Saying if Sami taps.
I think he's gone.
He may be out here.
It's out.
If it goes down this time, it's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Sami
though keeps it up, and Sami's still in the fight somehow.
Oh, a quick burst of light to the mind of Sami Zayn, but what can you do with it, Sami?
Yeah, but he's got to drag this 280-pound frame of Karrion Kross to the bottom rope. Sami about a hand's length away, fingertips away now, trying to get to the bottom rope. Kross wisely shifts his weight.
Oh, that was so good from Karrion Kross, but is it enough? And Sami's fading again.
Sami's fading again, and he's only a fingertip away from the bottom rope.
I told you.
Sami Zayn will force a break.
But perhaps that taunt was a little too much for Sami to take. It's broken for now. And Sami looks like a beaten man.
What's wrong with you? You gotta learn to stay down.
Haluva kick.
Oh, goodness.
Damn.
Decapitation.
Shit. Say you're alive.
Haluva kick.
The punishment now from Sami Zayn. Zayn! Kross! Hold! The truth!
Haluva kick.
By Sami Zayn, drops Kross, falls into the cover.
يا سلام. Let's go. بعد كان كوزوس برضه مباراة جميلة صراحة.
He had no interest, Wayne, in admitting that he was a liar. He was very truthful when he said earlier today he was going to beat Karrion Kross at Night of Champions.
Well, Karrion Kross just stole defeat from the jaws of victory. He had his match beat, but one taunt too many energized whatever spirit is inside Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn with that flash Haluva kick gets the job done.
Sami got caught in the cross jacket by Karrion Kross here. We thought it was over.
Oh man, this felt like an eternity. I have no idea how this wasn't the end for Sami Zayn. It was all but over. Until Sami Zayn wired up, got to the ropes, and clothesline and the clothesline in the corner made it look cold. The truth. Like game over, but one taunt too many, and boom, Right to the temple, haluva kick.
قال له سبرايز.
Sami Zayn grabs the top here in Riyadh.
What a victory by Sami Zayn tonight. Slaying, carrying, cross.
Oh.
Rated T for team.
الراجل اعتقد كوين اوف ذا رينج او سولو، بس بالنسبه لي كوين اوف ذا رينج. والله حاول نتحايل على السرير بلد. شوفوا احتاج المباراه الجايه اذا كانت كوين اوف ذا رينج نتحايل، نتحايل ما تخلص بس مش مهتم.
This November,
It is quite the feeling here. It is electric.
the Padres home field gets a whole new lineup. When WWE,
An absolutely incredible scene.
it's Petco Park.
A slugfest for the ages.
Oh my goodness. The epic performance that no one will ever forget.
WWE Survivor Series San Diego. Scan the code now to register for
Organs.
exclusive resale opportunities.
الاسبوع السيريز عاديه.
Survivor Series comes to Petco Park in San Diego for the first time ever. November 29th.
واضح انه Organs.
Friday, July 11th, and pre-sale starts July 9th. Register now. Well, this is Night of Champions, and we have a brand new team that are the AAA Tag Team Champions. Fatal four-way a couple of weeks ago at Triple Mania 3 in Monterrey, Mexico. Los Garza's way pick up the gold, and they are with us here tonight.
Flanked by the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar.
Legado del Fantasma.
Las Gaza are here. It's feeling good for Legado del Fantasma.
And a special thanks to Aliana for Night of Champions, the theme song. Canini.
منورين 3 دقائق معدي لف امس او بنوصلوا. شدوا لنا الهم يا شباب.
My favorite event of the year, the start to the road of WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble coming right here to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The beginning, 2026. And we are in Riyadh tonight for Night of Champions, the capital city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the largest city of the entire Arabian Peninsula. Well, they say that blood is thicker than water, but for Solo Sikoa, his opponent Jacob Fatu,
I love you, Solo.
America's most wanted, prevail in defending his title for the first time as a lone wolf. Solo, his dirty tricks come out victorious. Fatu against Sikoa, the United States Championship. Next.
At WrestleMania, everyone
العودة
saw what I already knew. That Jacob
العودة
Fatu
العودة دقائق شباب بس.
But let me remind you something. Nobody wanted to take it except me. I love you.
I love you, Solo.
They thought he was trouble. Thought he was too much of a risk. Who started that? But you know who changed that? Me. I'm the reason that Jacob's champion. Jacob Fatu in his first defense of Backlash.
Solo Sikoa, maybe saving his championship. Championship. Who the hell? JC Mateo.
Whatever the deal, Solo Sikoa has struck here. Fatu apparently had no clue.
I didn't need y'all help at Backlash. I don't trust you. I don't know you. He ain't my blood, and he damn sure ain't my family. You really trust Jacob after what he did tonight, man? JC, my man, you worry too much. He is literally all gas and no brains. Okay? I got it under control. All gas.
Solo's closing in on the briefcase.
Ain't no brains.
So Solo says, I wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't for him. This is exactly what happens when you don't fit in. When you fit in.
Jacob,
I feel terrible about what happened.
I love you, Jacob.
So you love me, huh? The way I see things is you've been using me. You brought me in because you thought I was going to bring you gold? Hey, Solo, look at me when I'm speaking to you. Ever since I won this U.S. title, you're the one that been acting different. And if that's what I think it is, then fight me for it.
The softly spoken words of Solo Sikoa were as hollow as they come.
Jimmy Uso.
Made the same, albeit too briefly.
You want to talk smack? Just stand and look.
The way you stepping up to Solo, that's what I should have done a long time ago. If you just get in when you fit in, then we're going to be all right, Big Jim.
I brought you into this one, and I will take you out.
Solo, you better get in where you fit in. Because if you don't, I'm about to dog walk your ass for the U.S. Championship. You know what I mean?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the United States Championship. Introducing first from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa. The man is ferocious, dangerous, hungry. Some would say jealous. Jealous over the fact that Jacob Fatu won a singles championship before he did at this level. Solo Sikoa, a former NXT North American champion, but he's never held the singles title on either Raw or SmackDown. Jacob Fatu did that before Solo, and I think Solo is bitter and upset about that.
Well, I'm not going to castigate any competitor who's jealous of another competitor holding a championship. That is not the issue here at all. The issue is a family member, Jacob Fatu, who was brought to this company by one man when nobody else would touch him, has thrown it all back in that man's face, and that man is Solo Sikoa.
Sacramento, California.
291 pounds. He is the United States champion.
Jacob.
The Samoan
Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. Listen, wait, no one's denying the fact that Solo Sikoa gave Jacob Fatu the opportunity to come to WWE. Gave him riches and fame and fortune. What I think people are concerned about is the way that Solo Sikoa treated Jacob Fatu once he got here. The things he said behind his back. It was almost like he was looking at Fatu as a worker for him, as opposed to an equal or a counterpart that would help out the family. That's where the issue is, and that's where it lies with Fatu.
Well, Solo Sikoa knows Jacob Fatu a hell of a lot
Sorry,
better.
welcome.
And here's the issue. All gas, no brains was the insult that really set Fatu
I
I will argue that Jacob Fatu is a weapon, a major weapon. But weapons have to be pointed in the right direction. Solo did that for Fatu. Now Fatu's on his own. I think it's going to all come unglued.
For the prestigious United States Championship, held by over a dozen Hall of Famers in the history of WWE. Solo, Jacob Fatu staring down one another in front of a sold-out crowd at Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia. And Solo wasted little time going after Fatu with the right hand, and we're underway. The bell rings, and Jacob Fatu sent shoulder first into the ring post.
Oh, God, the savage side of Sikoa has been brought out by this family betrayal from Jacob Fatu.
Well, I would say the betrayal actually came from Solo, but to each his own. As Solo continues to pound away on Fatu.
والمين ايفنت المهم جدا جدا جدا.
Oh, and a splash in the corner by Fatu.
Celebrating a little too much. You cannot do that against the man who bounces back as quickly as Jacob Fatu. Amazing powers of regeneration.
Well, Fatu is so dangerous, incredible athlete, unhinged as well. You never know what he's going to do and when he's going to do it for the United States champion.
Has that intangible quality that terrifies and captivates in equal measures.
Fatu won the United States Championship with a victory over LA Knight at WrestleMania back in April. Solo catches him with a boot to the face and a big right.
Well, what a burst it was from Solo Sikoa in the opening 30 seconds of this one, but shut down just like that by this barbarian.
You should have known. I was going to you. Everything you had. Oh, and Solo Sikoa wisely rolling out of harm's way.
Wisely, that's the key word. Solo Sikoa is a smart man, although...
Oh, Fatu off the steps and down goes Sikoa.
Perhaps there are no smarts in the world that can protect you from this man.
Like I said, one of the most unpredictable individuals in
نورين يا
WWE
الشباب.
Sikoa with that flying
بركاتكم
line off the steps.
واشتراكاتكم وصلنا 100 مشترك بالتفكير. انا اسف مش هذاك الاستاذ. 100 مشترك بدنا نكون على 150 ان شاء الله. شكرا على الدعم المتواصل.
Set time by Jacob Fatu. Another one by Jacob.
You have to think these two probably grew up brawling with each other. Oh, God, go for that.
And Solo knew it was coming and again rolls out of harm's way.
Well, Sikoa, the street fighting champ of the islands, ain't going to get soft that quickly.
Fatu, oh, he went for the suicide dive and Sikoa caught him with a right.
A big street fighter punch, timed to perfection.
And now Solo with a Uranagi half spinning Solo onto the apron. Now we get Uranagi outside the ring to the floor.
لا يا شباب لا يا شباب.
in the eyes of Solo Sikoa. In part because he wants to punish Jacob Fatu. In part because it's the upside in this match.
And again, remember, count out does not help Sikoa. Fatu has the champion's advantage. Sikoa must pin or submit Jacob Fatu.
Sikoa biding his time, though he knows full well Jacob Fatu ain't gonna get counted out that easy.
You should have stayed. You should have listened to me. You hear me?
Solo admonishing Jacob Fatu for turning his back on the family. Despite the mistreatment by Solo.
Well, that is the issue, isn't it? Did Solo Sikoa outlive his purpose? For Fatu, you brought me in, you guided me to championships. I don't need you anymore. I'm a big star on my own right.
I hate you, Solo.
Blocked by Jacob, and now Fatu fighting back. Couple well-placed rights by Jacob Fatu, driving Solo Sikoa back across the ring. Irish whip. Oh no! Face first off the top of the ring post.
Again, the smarts of Solo Sikoa give him the advantage. The advantage that formerly was gifted from Solo to Fatu.
Listen, nobody's questioned the smarts of Solo Sikoa. I mean, here's the man who really took over things from Roman Reigns, right? Now he's got this JC Mateos in his corner, had Jacob Fatu, and now backing it up into the face of Jacob Fatu.
Here's the truth of this world, Michael Cole. Some people are generals, and some people are soldiers. Jacob Fatu may think he outgrew that soldier uniform. He's about to get taught a valuable lesson from the general.
So listen to me, Jacob. Now look at you. Look at you.
Look at you now.
So listen, I gave you everything. You never loved me. You never loved me. What he said.
Solo Sikoa should be Mr. Money in the Bank right now if that plan wasn't obliterated by Jacob Fatu.
Oh, that is a true statement. And Sikoa with great strategy here, wearing the champion down as he talks smash.
I tried. I tried for you, Jacob. I loved you. You never loved me. That will take your ass out.
بس اللحية يا حبيبي.
Spewing out fire.
يا رامي.
Fatu is fading.
Fatu may have well met his match this evening in the form of his own flesh and blood.
Official Tran looking on right there to see if Jacob Fatu may give up, but Jacob, the United States champion, fighting back. Trying to rally with the sold-out crowd here. Solo drops him with a right to one knee.
Look at stupid. I love you, Jacob.
Fatu.
You should have listened.
12 months now. Who has treated him like this? Nobody.
Jacob firing back. Block the right. Here comes Jacob Fatu now, trying to fight back into this match. Solo dropped underneath. Oh my God!
What a display.
How the hell did Jacob Fatu stand up from that?
Well, he rotated, perhaps taking most of the sting of it.
And now Solo Sikoa slung across the ring.
The freak athleticism of Jacob Fatu.
How do I understand how this man's on his feet after being dropped on his head?
Man, that was part luck, part brilliance from Jacob Fatu, but Solo Sikoa had no idea. And now
an impaler by Jacob Fatu, and now out to the apron.
And things changed quickly around.
Oh, and that
Fatu.
Swanton by Jacob to retain the championship, and a kick out by Solo.
I'm going to see this thing again. German suplex attempted, you see. Oh, wow. A full rotation, took it on the belly. Walked straight back up. Taking down Solo in the process.
And then the spot time by Jacob. But that was a great call, Wade. He did completely rotate, landed on his belly, allowed him to pop up. Solo thought he dropped him on his head, so did I.
That's it. On the head, on the back of the neck. That is the aim of the German suplex. But with Jacob Fatu, you cannot take your eye off him for a second.
Just a uber athlete. Freak in the ring.
All gas! No brakes!
All gas, no brakes. Jacob's motto, not the all gas, no brains that Solo throws around.
Jacob Fatu may well be completely unbreakable. Certainly unyielding. But hold on.
JC Mateo. I was wondering when he was going to wander out here. Solo Sikoa's running, buddy. Now who the hell is out here? Somebody just dropped Jacob Fatu in the
Banga!
He's been out of action since the games in Survivor Series, and Lowe is here with that spinning neck breaker to Jacob Fatu, and it may have just handed the championship to Solo Sikoa. Tonga Lowe is back. Off the distraction by JC Mateo. Cover. Fatu stays in it.
While Solo's army got a major reinforcement just when he needed it. But the fight ain't over yet. That was supposed to be the fix.
Yeah, the fix was in all right. But the disbelief on the face of Solo Sikoa tells the story.
The referee missed the entire thing dealing with JC Mateo. Again, a master plan from Solo.
Really? I love this. Under the Samoan spike, Fatu able to avoid it. Kick to the face, drop Solo down. JC Mateo going to run into a kick and now fall onto Tangaloa. And now Fatu over the top, taking out everybody. Wow, runaway train.
One man against an entire army, and the one man is winning. Oh my God, the Fosbury bomb with devastating results on Solo's men.
And now Jacob back in the ring. And there's that pop-up Samoan drop. Mateo in the ring now. And now Jacob Fatu has JC Mateo down. The official over to Mateo. Fatu now looking to go up to the top rope. And there's the moonsault. The moonsault to Solo Sikoa. Fatu in position, into the cover. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You know what that is? That's Tangaloa. Tonga. Their brother. You want everything. I hope you are 7 foot tall this time. You want everything. You want everything. We've seen it destroy people in Japan, and he just destroyed Jacob Fatu with a choke slam on our table. And now offering the sacrifice back into the ring to Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa's army apparently grows from strength to strength. What an acquisition!
Jacob Fatu is helpless. He's defenseless. And a Samoan split by Solo, and he wins the United States Championship. The shocking return is your winners and new United States champion, Solo Sikoa! The shocking return, first of a man we haven't seen since War Games, Survivor Series, Tangaloa.
Well, just when Jacob Fatu was going in for the kill, referee's back turn. An epic moment for Tangaloa, proving pivotal in turning this one around for Solo Sikoa.
And then this. We thought it was over.
It was supposed to be over there. Fatu hit the big one. It's a one, it's a two. Wait a second. This absolute freak steps out from under the ring.
Who delivered the Samoan spike to win his first singles championship.
The brains and strategy of Solo Sikoa wins him gold from Jacob Fatu. Everyone wrote off Solo Sikoa. Well, look at him. Look at his army. And look at his championship now. Eat your words.
And look at Jacob Fatu all alone.
I gave everything. Now taking it all. It's mine. Everything.
Welcome to the official Riyadh season opening ceremony 2024.
Live from Riyadh.
Welcome to Saturday night's main event.
Saturday night's main event is back. The light, the legend, the chaos. And now, the icon returns for one final match. Goldberg. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No one spare. Everyone spear. Saturday night's main event live nationwide Saturday, July 12th at 8 on NBC and Peacock.
Well, individual event, two-event combo tickets for Saturday night's main event, which is 2 weeks from tonight, and WWE's Evolution 2 weeks from tomorrow at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, July 12th, Sunday, July 13th, are on sale now via Ticketmaster. And you have to wonder if the WWE Women's Championship is going to be up for grabs at Night of Champions. Last night, Tiffany Stratton knocked off Nia Jax in an incredible last woman standing match to keep her title. And here at a Night of Champions, Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, is celebrating the gold. And of course, we are in Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions tonight. Of course, a whole slew of podcasts that you can sink into and listen to some of the great talk here in WWE, including the recap of Night of Champions. Night of Champions recap hosted by Sam Roberts, Megan Morant. That'll be available tomorrow.
الله يبارك فيك يا حمد يا
Heavy
حبيبي.
is the head that wears the crown.
والله مليون
Will be
بوجودكم.
anointed queen. Jade Cargill looks to put an end to the surging Asuka. But will the Empress of Tomorrow have what it takes to win today? Two deserving women, one crown. Queen of the Ring Finals next.
The Queen's crown hangs in the balance. At Night of Champions, a new queen will rule over WWE. Her eyes are set on a marquee showdown at the biggest party of the summer. The stakes should not be higher. Baratology is back, and here to guide you through the raucous quest
شكرا يا
for
شباب
the throne.
واشتراكاتكم الحين
In the
البريك
first round,
السريع.
fatal four-way.
نحط بريك انه مباريات نساء وما لهم داعي. الفايز معروف يعني. السادة في المباراة رخيص. المباراة ما لها داعي. بدأت المباراة طيب. بس بيننا صلى الله عليه وسلم لسه البرامج ما خلص. الراحة جالسون نرتاح. دخول شوية مع دخلت أسكا.
Osaka, Japan, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka! The Empress who wants to become Queen. Asuka, who returned to action a couple of weeks ago after missing 13 months with a knee injury. In a recent interview, Asuka talked about the recovery process. She said it wasn't easy. There were many tough days, but the voice of the WWE fans begging her return are what kept her going. She never stopped. She matched her intensity in the training room, to rehab, to get ready. In Wade, she says she's better than ever, and this is just the beginning.
Well, she certainly has been better than ever on this run in the tournament so far. I think blowing everyone's minds of the caliber of performances she's put in. The knee clearly not an issue now. I do question the endurance, however, given that we're in such a hot, humid atmosphere. Even though we're inside here in Riyadh, I'm sweating buckets, and that may be a telling factor for a competitor who has barely competed in over 400 days.
A storm is coming.
Oof. Oh, what did you do?
Florida. Jade Cargill has never competed for a singles championship in WWE. is an opportunity to change that if she wins tonight. She would go on to SummerSlam to take on the WWE Women's Champion. If Asuka wins, she would headline SummerSlam against the Women's World Champion. She was back in May of 2024 last year, and Backlash, Leo Rams, Jake Cargill and Bianca Belair took the tag team titles from the Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. And it was on that night that Asuka injured her knee that would cost her 13 months of action. Wade, will that come to play? Will that be in her head here tonight?
Yeah, I don't think it will. Sometimes you have that kind of specter hanging over you when a competitor has injured you and you either fear them doing it again or you really want to get vengeance. It was a fairly innocuous injury the way it went down. It wasn't a targeted attack on the knee of Asuka. I don't think that will come into play in the psyche of Asuka whatsoever.
First time ever one-on-one between these two women. In 2021, Zelina Vega won the Queen's crown. Last year, Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring. She went on to SummerSlam to beat Bayley for the WWE Women's title, who will become the latest Queen of the Ring.
Two highly respectful competitors, but it didn't come to blows. Last night on SmackDown, the thin veneer of civility was scratched off quickly. With Asuka getting the best of Jade last night.
And Jade said on the Countdown show, Asuka made a mistake when it came to blows like that. So let's talk strategy. If you're Jade Cargill in this matchup, how do you match a woman who I believe is a first ballot Hall of Famer in Asuka?
Well, clearly there's a massive disparity in resumes here. An experienced Jade Cargill miles behind Asuka, but you've got to hope that power game that you're known for really neutralizes that disparity in the early goings.
And Asuka looking to put Cargill away early. Asuka on every trick in the book here tonight. Cargill turning it around. And there's the power you talked about with the side slam. Cover, put an inside leg, and a kick out.
It's really hard to find a weakness with regards to Jade Cargill. Occasionally, the temperament has been an issue. I know for a fact that Nia Jax has exploited that in the past. And got Jade Cargill to essentially get herself disqualified.
Oh, nice. Dragon screw on the rope by Asuka, who's taken over. Now, you talk about a weakness in Cargill. One of the things I noticed in her semifinal matchup against Roxanne Perez was the fact that she got frustrated. Roxanne Perez had her out of her game, and she got extremely frustrated and almost lost her. And now the knee comes into play.
And that's often an issue when competitors are bigger and stronger than most of the roster. When things aren't going their way, it's not what they're used to. They're supposed to be dominant. They're supposed to be able to control proceedings. And sometimes they lose their rag when that doesn't happen.
And this is a tremendous strategy covered out by Asuka, kick out, to take out the leg of Cargill and make it an even playing field. Take the power game away.
And even the way that went down, Asuka really baited Cargill into making a mistake in the early goings, realizing, look, the bigger, powerful superstar, Jade Cargill, if I take that knee out, suddenly we're a lot more equal in terms of the power game.
Asuka, a four-time world champion.
Oh, jeez.
As NXT Women's Champion, she held it a record 510 days. Four-time tag champ. She's won the Money in the Bank, the Royal Rumble, and who won't forget the first 914 days she was at NXT and at WWE, Wade, she was undefeated.
He said she's won pretty much everything apart from the Queen of the Ring.
And that's
about to change.
Yeah, I got a knee bar on Jade Cargill, the damaged knee. Asuka now.
Not a single thing has gone right for Jade Cargill right from the beginning. That is how good the strategy of Asuka has been.
Yeah, but Jade Cargill looking to make it back to her feet, shoulders down momentarily, and a great move. There's the power of Cargill coming into play, dumping Asuka on the back of her head.
Deadly wheelbarrow German suplex. You're right, the power game has finally got a bit of breathing room here for Cargill.
We're going to learn a lot about Jade Cargill in this match, Wade. The fact that she's got a damaged knee already after the attack by Asuka.
Yeah, what's been the knock on Jade Cargill in a run in WWE so far? It's that she's been tagging with Bianca Belair. Trust me, pretty much anyone can win a tag title with Bianca Belair. But we saw Cargill step up huge at WrestleMania on her own against former friend Naomi. And that's the kind of confidence-building win that has propelled Cargill to this final.
And now the fall-away slam by Jade Cargill and a kip-up. Sure how wise that was on a bad knee, but she pulled it off. Now Asuka back to her feet, and a kick drops Asuka.
That was a bullseye. You said full extension of those long limbs.
Look at now, power Asuka again with a choke slam, dropping her in the middle of the ring. Cover now for the win. Asuka just got a shoulder up, barely.
You've got to give Jade Cargill all the credit in the world. She gets the hard hours behind the scenes, nailing a choke slam here. And Asuka, who dominated the first 5 minutes of this, looks like a change moment now, though, of course, fighting back.
And Jade Cargill, one of her toughest matches to date. Tough matchup when it comes to Asuka. So well skilled in everything. Both women down. Finals of the Queen of the Ring. Sold out tonight. Kingdom Arena, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's been an incredible couple of days as we prepare for the Royal Rumble here in Riyadh. First part of 2026.
Both women struggling at this point. They've both taken and given massive shots. The gleam of that crown has to be driving these two on.
Jade Cargill beginning to get the upper hand now, delivering the right hands to the blows. Asuka though, there's that backhand and a kick to the midsection. And here comes Asuka. This right here is classic Asuka.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, you always come to the powerhouse in a strike exchange. Asuka's different though. An absolute expert in the strike game. But if Jade Cargill didn't know, well, now she does.
Asuka, a joy to watch. And now she's going to go up top. She's got Cargill on the ropes and she knows it. Asuka. Missile block kick, down goes Cargill. Asuka will go for the cover here and try to win the tournament. Jade kicks out.
Well, you talked a few moments ago about how we're going to learn a lot about Jade Cargill. Now it is learning time because Cargill really is going to have to dig deep and come up with some answers here. She's on the ropes. She's in big trouble. And Asuka smells victory.
Asuka now planned here. Jade Cargill, though, no standing switch by Jade. Power now, Asuka rolls through. Shoulders down. Is it enough? Not quite.
Asuka's doing a great job of just confusing Cargill, but wait on.
And again, the power of Cargill overwhelming Asuka. Sit out powerbomb. Asuka gets out at 2.
Just one moment of mental clarity from Jade Cargill turns the tide. Once again, walking that knee strike, powering up her opponent, driving her down. That sit-out powerbomb that almost gets the crown in the hands of Jade Cargill.
Referee Deputy LaShawn. Back to armbar now by Asuka. Armbar now by Asuka, center of the ring.
And that arm is fully extended, now desperately trying to block. Just about hooking those arms. How she pounded out that. Oh, God.
Asuka back into the full armbar now on Jade.
A massive hyperextension. Smart by
Cargill, though, turns it into a hitting combination and a kick out. There's a big boot by Jade, flooring Asuka. And now Cargill
went off.
Asuka, though, it was going for Jade and Asuka now. Again, looking for the Asuka lock. Looking for the Asuka lock on Cargill.
Long way from the ropes now in extreme agony.
Cargill in trouble. Asuka with the Asuka lock in. Cargill trying to fight out of it. Again, trying to turn it into a pinning combination. And she does again and again. Another great counter.
That was so resourceful from Cargill when she couldn't defend herself for the onslaught that followed.
And Asuka could be closing in. Empress impact, but caught. Intercepted by Cargill. Great counter. Down goes Asuka. Cover of Jade. Jade Cargill wins. Queen of the ring.
Well, Jade Cargill is your queen of the ring, but she had to crawl through hell to get there. absolutely spent, exhausted. But block out the pain. You are the queen of WWE, Jade.
Biggest win of Jade Cargill's singles career here in WWE thus far. Not only is she queen of the ring, she's going to SummerSlam. Asuka had the Asuka locked in, but another great counter by Jade. Very impressive with Jade with her counters tonight.
They've clearly been working on reversals and escape plans, but this was the moment this came over. Asuka immediately pouncing, going in for that Empress impact, but the power of Cargill was too much. Hot Asuka, Empress of Tomorrow goes down. Victory in sight. No mistakes from here for Cargill.
General managers Pierce and Elvis in the ring to present Jade Cargill with the queen of the ring crown. And the new queen of the ring, Jade Cargill! As Jade celebrates, let's set up the violence action.
Jade, you are now headed to SummerSlam and a match for the WWE Women's Championship. How do you feel?
You know, Byron, when I first entered this tournament, it felt like the world was on my shoulder. But you know what? For the people out there who are down themselves, praise yourself because you are fighting through the food. Don't let them tell you who you are. You showed them. And the grind don't stop. A storm is coming for SummerSlam.
Well, it remains to be seen who will be the WWE Women's Champion at SummerSlam. Could be Tiffany Stratton. Could be Naomi, who's missed Money in the Bank. But Jade Cargill has an opportunity. MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, the first weekend of August. To win her first singles championship in WWE.
This August, WWE brings the vibe to MetLife Stadium.
Gee, you know what time it is?
Two nights, too many stars to count. SummerSlam on a whole nother level. WWE SummerSlam, August 2nd and 3rd. Individual and combo tickets on sale now.
As he just said, combo and individual event tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium. JETS, Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey on Saturday, August 2nd. Sunday, August 3rd are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, WWE Late Night featuring Tony Hinchcliffe will take place at Bergen Performing Arts Center in Englewood, New Jersey on Saturday, August 2nd at 11 p.m. Eastern as part of SummerSlam weekend. An exclusive pre-sale opportunity for the closed doors non-televised event will begin Monday, June 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific until 11:59 p.m. Eastern, 8:59 p.m. Pacific via Ticketmaster, followed by the general public ticket on sale on Tuesday, July 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after we finish up tonight, we head back to the States and we get set for Monday Night Raw in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Monday Night, Wade, a very special start time of 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, again 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on the East Coast, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. West Coast for Netflix and Monday Night Raw. But a stacked card as well. Tag team titles online. It's been a long weekend. We've been doing everything.
I promise you it feels twice as long when I sit next to you. But coming up on Raw, World Tag Team Championship match, the Judgment Day, Balor and McDonough. They take on your boys in the New Day.
Well, here's a match that you should be looking forward to. You know both of these men extremely well.
Yes, I know a couple of my old buddies. I'll use that term loosely from the League of Nations that we don't like talking about these days. But this is going to be a war. we might get ourselves a banger on Monday as Sheamus goes head-to-head with a Bulgarian brute Rusev.
Well, this is going to be a banger as well, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks from tonight, Goldberg says his final match. Well, perhaps, unless he wins the World Heavyweight Championship, it remains to be seen. But it's Saturday night's main event, Ring General Gunther versus Goldberg, live on NBC and Peacock. I want to remind everyone that immediately following Night of Champions, it's the Night of Champions post-show. Solo Sikoa, Rhea Ripley, Triple H, among others. Wade Barrett will be making a guest appearance on the post-show. And we want to remind everyone about Night of Champions recap podcast, which is available tonight and tomorrow morning. Or are these two legends? The last time to face each other is right now. From fight moms of old and new to the shared history between these two is historic. The best in the world versus the greatest of all time is next.
Yin and Yang. Two entities in constant flux and transformation. Totally
Be right back. ولك صاي هاي. لا والله ما في حد أمن المجال من بعدك. دخل عم المجال. Looking nice. نور يا حج. لايكك يا شب. وشارك سبسكرايبك. من المجال. انت عامل المجال يا حبيبي. والله منيح الحمد لله. شو اخبارك؟ دخل عامل المجال. رياكشن على طول يا حبيب قلبي، على طول يا حسين. God set me free. محمد بتعالى على صغير. نسلم عليك مبدئيا. شو الاخبار؟ كيف الشباب؟ والله انا بنحاول يا حسين. حبيب مولعها جمهور السعودية، مولعها. لازم نضبط اللابتوب. جيبها ونحط على الباب مشان البلاي ستيشن. لا مشان المية قطعة اللابتوب. دخل جون سينا نسيت ديانا. ايوه مشان تلعب على البلاي ستيشن. اسمع اذا بتعلمني بقول لك ما عندك مشكلة. جون سينا عايش. وهي لابس اخضر. اصور لك اياه. اصبر. شغال نتفلكس صاحبي. إذا ما عندكش نتفلكس بعطيك مواقع عادي مش لسه. لا غلط. دفاع على اللقب. دفع عرضوه. دفع براندي. عماد معناه بفضل اسمع له صوت. لا ما نزلت أردن. اللابتوب ما بيساعد صاحبي والله. بجيب واحد جيمنج بس أول شيء أجيب لي سيارة أحسن لي. منورين يا شباب لايكاتكم واشتراكاتكم بعد اذنكم. دخلنا مشوار 150 لايك 150 مش لايك 150 مشترك. ولع فين شباب بنك سينا. مع عمك سين بنك ما شاء الله وصلنا 10 تأثير السحس تأثير السحس يأتي. نورين يا شباب لايكاتكم واشتراكاتكم بعد اذنكم.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall
and is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
ما كناش متحمس كثير.
Introducing first the challenger from Chicago,
كبس يا حسين كبس.
He weighed in at 218 pounds. The best in the world.
30 دقيقة المباراة.
His opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds. He is the greatest of all time. The never seen 17. Gracing Riyadh with his presence one last time. He is the last real champion. He is the undisputed WWE champion, John Cena.
Wow.
The final time in Riyadh. The final time at Night of Champions. His retirement tour more than half over. And tonight, for the final time, the best in the world, CM Punk. The greatest of all time, John Cena, for the undisputed WWE Championship. The renewal, in my mind, of one of the greatest rivalries in the history of WWE. They are 6-6 with a draw in singles matchups against one another over the years. CM Punk with the biggest win of his career when he beat John Cena for the championship in 2011. But SummerSlam of that year, the last time Punk defeated Cena. First time in nearly 13 years, these two have done battle with a championship on the line. Side headlock by Cena as we start things off in this matchup. Keys to the match for Cena, Wade.
Keys to the match for Cena is that he simply has to outclass the best of all time in CM Punk, who for the eye test is in the best shape of his life. That is a tall task. And John Boy better figure something out real fast here.
الأخوان التفاعل مريض جميل.
Again, an electric sold-out crowd tonight. It looks seducing. Cena and Punk haven't done anything yet.
People are witnessing history. 14 years in the making with the roles completely reversed. CM Punk 2011, the man to have scoff with the WWE Championship. Cena's stated goal this time around to do the same at the end of the retirement.
Side headlock now by Punk. Keys to Punk winning the championship.
Well, Punk needs to simply block in, block out the noise, focus exclusively on why he really came back to WWE. There's been a ton of talk about why, even from himself. He is a natural competitor, a natural winner, and he sees his place exclusively at the top of the mountain. Something's never changed.
Punk looking for a 6th world championship. Been an Intercontinental Champion, a Tag Team Champion, only man in history to win back-to-back Money in the Banks. Of course, John Cena, record-setting 17-time world champion, and the only active performer that is still close at 14. Nice side headlock takedown, and into a leg scissor by Cena.
That was fascinating a couple of weeks ago. When John Cena hit his version of a pipe bomb promo, it really felt like he'd been waiting 14 years to get that off his chest. Did not appreciate being the victim in the summer of Punk. When he sees tonight, I suspect, as his moment for vengeance.
Remember, John Cena would win the Elimination Chamber to earn the opportunity at WrestleMania in Cody Rhodes. He beat CM Punk in the chamber after a stomp by Seth Rollins. That was the beginning of the clues that John Cena perhaps was going to do everything he needed to do to win the championship. And then, of course, later on in the night, the alignment with The Rock would go on in controversial manner to win the championship against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Controversy has been a part of everything John Cena has done since Toronto in March.
Yeah, I think John Cena, when he returned to WWE, came back perhaps with the best of intentions, but realized maybe over the course of time he'd lost a step, and if he really wanted to achieve his goals here and become that record-breaking 17-time world champ, he needed to find some shortcuts. He needed to become a different human being, and boy, oh boy, has he done so.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's a different human being, as is that man, CM Punk. I cannot overemphasize the amount of passion that these WWE fans here in Riyadh showed us, not only tonight, but last night at Friday Night SmackDown.
When the Champions League final atmosphere here in Riyadh. No, this is a football stadium. Yeah, I said football, not soccer, Michael Cole.
I said football at the top of the show.
Incredibly impressive. Your age. Reformed Cena fat boy and a reformed footballer.
Big right hand by Cena. Listen, I've made no bones about it. I believe John Cena is the greatest of all time, and I've laid out my arguments why on a number of occasions. I just don't like the attitude that Cena's showing here, especially this last year in WWE. He's taken everything away from the fans. He's taken away the you can't see me and the hustle, loyalty, and respect. Not allowing them to cheer what they want to cheer in John's final time here in WWE. And I think he's robbed the fans of that.
Well, I'd have perhaps bought that argument 6 months ago, but when you soil your legacy like John Cena has, I don't know how
into a cover.
You can call that guy the greatest of all time anymore.
What is that?
There was once a man who, here's a cover, who is many believe is the greatest of all time, who just happened to be the dirtiest player in the game. So I don't think you can necessarily talk about one's personal actions. We're talking about the greatest. Cena with a shoulder tackle. And Punk, though, looking for the GTS, and Cena just got out of harm's way. And John Cena knew it was that close.
Running away like a scalded cat. Who can blame him? We know how devastating that GTS is. Cena's tasted it enough in the past, and I'll give Cena credit there. A real clean turn of heels there to get out of trouble.
Man, that's classic Punk. Mind games. I don't sweat you, John.
Classic Punk, but Punk really is a career-long antagonist who is now tasked with taking down 2025's ultimate villain.
Let's make no mistake about it. Punk is still an antagonist. He's still got that attitude. He's got that mentality. Oh, look at Cena trying to power Punk up. What's Punk trying to do here? Awkward situation for both these men. Cena's got him in the AA position, at least momentarily. Punk will roll up from behind, shoulders down and a kick out.
Cena might have lost in speed. Oh, he certainly hasn't lost in power. John Cena still throwing around massive weights at Hard Knock South his gym in Tampa, Florida, but just beaten to the punch on that one by CM Punk.
And Punk to the side, punching leg sweep, floats right into the cover and forces John to get the shoulder up. Punk knew he wasn't beating John there. That was just to say, hey, I got your number.
Yeah, but I do think the longer this match goes on, the more it benefits CM Punk. I mean, CM Punk has shaken off a massive amount of ring rust since coming back to WWE. I was highly critical of him for that epic rivalry with Drew McIntyre last year has really taken Punk to levels I haven't seen from him before.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I agree with you totally on that point. Punk again now. Cena. Looks like Punk was going. What are doing here? Abdominal stretch, perhaps?
This modified octopus hold, maybe a page out of AJ Lee's playbook.
Oh, indeed. As Punk delivered a couple elbows. Cena now looking to power him up. And down goes Punk. Nice takedown by John. Into the cover. And Punk in one.
Tweet something in the side of John Cena there, though, interestingly enough. Brief pause for Cena, but now back on the attack.
Is this the pace you expected?
From John Cena, absolutely. This is what we've seen from him since returning. This is historically the John Cena pace. And when John Cena controls the pace of matches, does things at his speed, methodically, he tends to win.
Cena with a kick right to the face. That caught Punk good. Punk's down.
And if you can pick up the pace against John Cena, you've got a much better chance. But the volume and the power of those strikes just knocks the stuffing out of opponents, so they quite simply cannot pick the speed up.
Referee Dan England checking out Punk again. That was a flush kick by Cena right to the face. John with his shoulder tackle. Vintage Cena here. And will he give the WWE fans what they want?
Oh, you can't see me.
Breathing heavily.
Shuffle.
And he does with a 5-knuckle shuffle. And now measuring Punk for the AA. The attitude adjustment. Punk slips behind. And Punk caught him with a heel kick. Cena back to his feet. Punk dips underneath. Nice neck breaker by Punk.
A little classic CM Punk in return. We're getting the greatest hits tonight.
The running knee by Punk caught Cena flush on the jaw.
On the bridge of the nose, too. Cena looking like a suplex dummy now.
And Punk gonna climb to the top rope. Cena's down in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
An homage to the Macho Man. Flying elbow by Punk. And he says it's time to go night-night, John.
Absolute bullseye.
Look at the GTS to go to sleep to win the championship.
STF.
Oh, got caught. Cena picked him out of the air. Look at the STF.
And locked in a ton of speed at the right moment from John Cena, just when it was crucial.
Now, Punk, you got to wonder, will he tap out? A long way from the bottom rope.
I don't know if CM Punk has it in him to tap out.
Yeah, but how many?
Maybe a pass out, if anything.
And Punk now going to try to turn it around in an anaconda vice on John Cena.
shows the brilliance of CM Punk while in agony, while in dire straits.
Submission now applied to Cena. Cena's in trouble. If he taps, Punk wins the title. Shoulders down. That'll force a break.
Oh, the brains just never stop working.
Oh, Cena. Adjustment. For the win. To retain. Kick out by Punk at 2.
Oh, this is incredible. This is why these are two of the greatest in history. Perfectly executed elbow drop. And this looked like it was going to be good night, but after the GPS was avoided. An AA from Cena, the late kick out from Punk, who is hurt in a bad way now.
Yeah, Cena, you saw the look on his face. He smells blood. Cena with Punk up again, looking for another attitude adjustment. Punk, though, will land on his feet, kick right to the midsection. Oh, and he plants Cena with a DDT.
Yeah, Punk is hurting bad here. I don't know if he's going to be able to follow this up. He's going to try something, though.
You
know what he's going to try, Wade?
Oh, yeah.
Punk going to turn the tables on Cena. Now it's Cena in trouble.
Adding insult to injury.
Can you imagine if Cena taps to his own move? And Cena trying to drag himself, get the hand on the rope and force a break here. Cena trying to hang on. Does he have enough left? Punk's got it cinched in good. And now the break will happen.
Punk had those hands in the perfect spot, kind of blocking the vision of John Cena, which is why it took about 5 seconds to actually grab that rope.
That's why Punk took almost the full 5 seconds to break to continue the damage to Cena.
Cena wilting in the corner, propped up by the turnbuckles. But if Punk can move fast here.
Another running knee caught John flush again. And now there's the went for the Bulldog. Cena able to block. And John now plants Punk center of the ring.
No, حبيبي.
And Punk with a kick.
GTS.
Now it's Punk's opportunity.
GTS.
Punk dips underneath. Went for the neck breaker. Cena with Punk up top. Cena again with an AA. Attitude adjustment again. Punk's the outside leg. Punk able to kick out.
2.99999.
This just has to crush the spirit of John Cena. Reversal after reversal after reversal. I know you know yourself. Boom. This one's over, Punk. Or is it? Not tonight. Not this way, John.
Now with the 17-time world champion, John Cena, starts to get frustrated in front of a sellout crowd at Night of Champions in Kingdom Arena.
This is awesome. A look of panic on the eyes of John Cena. Resilient it may be, trying something, but he thought he'd be home and dry at this point.
Now Punk placed up on the top rope. Both of these men, exhaustion setting in.
I cannot imagine going through what they've been through, and it might be about to get worse for Cena.
Regular attitude adjustments didn't work, so Cena going for a big one, but Punk able to block.
And he needed to.
And now Punk from the top rope, cross body. Cena rolls through and still able to power Punk up.
There's your 600-pound plus squat of John Cena.
Third attitude adjustment. Punk kicked again. You gotta be kidding me.
What the hell is driving Cena Punk this evening?
Oh
my God.
Rollins هيدخل يشرب.
Even better from John Cena, just raw power this deep in its way.
Rollins هيدخل ويشرب.
Number 3. Punk broken, but beaten no.
The guts of Punk in this match tonight.
I don't know if Punk has any clue what he's just done. I don't know if the cogs are turning in his mind, but John Cena is fully aware.
John Cena,
yes. That is a look of resigned failure for me.
John has his eyes trained on the WWE Championship.
17.
Come on. Well, disqualification means he keeps the title. What does God care? What does this new Cena care?
We know what he's cooking up here.
The referee warning Cena, you'll be disqualified.
You think he cares? This version of John Cena.
Well, the WWE fans said no. John Cena blinds him. Maybe he finally listens. Punk up again.
Whoa.
That would see him.
Yes.
GTS going to sleep. Punk, can he do it? Cena kicks him too.
I am perplexed. John Cena had the option to go cheap as hell, get himself disqualified with a championship shot, decline, and then kicks out of the GTS.
Well, maybe the fans are starting to get to it. For the most
I
part,
don't see there's a face.
love for Cena on this retirement tour, despite his actions.
Oh,
Maybe he allowed the fans to get to him there.
I don't know if I'm buying that explanation after what I've seen over the past few months from John Cena. Maybe he's just had his bell rung and is making bad decisions.
Cena
Well, he
sucks.
suffered the bell ringing after he dropped the title out of the ring. And now Punk and Cena throwing rights and haymakers at each other. Punk went for the upper hand. Cena ducks underneath.
Yeah.
Another shoulder tackle by John.
Man.
Cena
هذا الحكم.
Cena.
ساترونس هيدخل. ساترونس هيدخل. مش وقت النت. أو نتفليكس يوم آخر.
Official here to count it. See it. Punk delivers a GTS with his own official. Engler was knocked out of the ring with a shoulder tackle. Punk has the chance to clock the referee who's down and out now.
Yeah, that was a nasty land, Izzy. Shoulder tackle was bad enough, but the way the ref contorted through those ropes and hit the ground on the outside.
Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins. This is not unprecedented. Rollins cashed in to make a triple threat 10 years ago. And Rollins and his crew are here.
Oh, wait on, you can't cash in Money in the Bank. Without a referee present, this referee is down.
That's a great point, Wade. Normally you'd bring an official with you. So, well, let's not forget the long-standing issues, the long-standing hatred for Seth Rollins and Punk. And with the official down outside the ring, what a better opportunity for Seth Rollins to screw CM Punk tonight.
Tremendous hatred felt over years and years, maybe. You've hit the nail on the head, Cole. And the mission is simply screw over CM Punk.
And these big, bad bruisers, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, flanking Seth Rollins. And Punk knows he's in trouble. Punk knows he's outnumbered.
Oh. يلا مسيرتي.
And Rollins has been waiting a long, long time for this.
دخل
Go get him, boys. Big Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker go after Punk, and CM Punk's trying to do all he can. Avert disaster here.
And this is CM Punk has already been battling in this heat against the greatest of all time, arguably.
Now Breaker and Bronson Reed both down and out outside the ring. CM Punk. Oh my goodness. Overshot both men. I thought he got Breaker, but Bronson Reed able to take control and turn the tide in favor of Reed and Breaker. Breaker.
Reed didn't go down. It's too strong weight up here, Cole.
And now Punk planted onto and through the Arabic announce table.
Of course, that should be a disqualification, but with our referees down, these boys can do whatever they want.
Punk is down and out. Breaker and Reed
دخل الحكم
celebrating. Rollins is standing in the middle of the ring. Wait a minute. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Rollins
is calling for an official. Is Rollins going to go for the heist of the century?
Cena.
Cena, not going to allow it to happen. Was Rollins going to try to cash in? Cena said no.
Cena.
What is going on with John Cena tonight?
Breaker and Rhodes and Reed now.
بالمرور.
Taking down Cena.
Well, Cena, it didn't have to be this way, I presume.
العمر ينسى.
They didn't come down here for you.
CM Punk is busted open. He's beaten and battered and bruised.
Cero Miedo.
Punk telling me he's okay. As Penta comes out on the stage now.
Cero Miedo. That's fun. Listen.
And Penta now. And Braun Breaker going at it.
It's a great one, but that's crazy.
Cero Miedo.
Stepping up to take on these guys.
Super kick.
And Penta now. And Breaker though. Braun Breaker and Penta on the stage.
Well, thanks for trying, Penta. It was noble but foolhardy.
L.A. Nice.
And another man who's had an issue with Rollins and company. Sami Zayn coming to Penta's aid. Zayn, who we crossed earlier tonight, trying to send Breaker scrambling.
Well, that has changed the game, hasn't it? Already been through
I'll
one
get you on the
this
reins.
evening, ready for another, a peppering breakaway shot.
Beating the hell out of each other. Now Breaker with the upper hand on Sami Zayn.
Right then, him up. Everybody does.
And look at Penta from way up top, taking on everybody.
What a maniac Penta is. From Bronson Reed, all alone with a down Cena.
Oh no, God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Bronson Reed looking for a tsunami. CM Punk from behind, dumping Reed. Cena with the big man.
Oh my God!
330 pounds. Hey!
Well, Cena and CM Punk have basically come to one another's aid here.
Oh no! They had no other choice. They didn't want Rollins to cash in because then it would have been a triple threat. Now it's back to one-on-one. Punk and Cena had to help one another.
Whatever the master plan was by Paul Heyman, it did not work.
نرجع أول سنة فاس. سينا هيغدر. لا لا لا.
It was like deja vu.
The referee is back in. Cena, damn it, Cena stamped it. Rollins is screwed. CM Punk.
رولنز يا اخي.
Wade, for 2 years, it has been Seth Rollins' mission statement to continually through CM Punk. He did it in Elimination Chamber. He did it again tonight at Night of Champions.
We're going to take another look back at this after albeit briefly, the desperate, soulless version of John Cena returned to Punk was ready and waiting, about to connect with a GTS when it looked like a replay of what we'd seen historically from Seth freaking Rollins, but Cena had other ideas.
Yeah, John Cena, double advantage to once again retain the championship in controversial fashion. John Cena is still the undisputed WWE champion as his quest to retire as champions continue. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins has once again caught CM Punk. You stay on and watch this.
اوكي، يعطيكم العافيه يا شباب، شكرا لكل من تابع البث الجميل. تصبحوا على خير. السلام عليكم.